Yeah, that was a good one.
Yes,
That
it
was.
was.
That was
Mhm.
excellent.
Indeed.
That was fantastic. All right. Yeah. So it's Friday night. We're here. It's the Cat and Drew show.
Featuring Chad.
This is
It's
Cat.
Drew and Cat. Drew and Cat. Drew and Cat.
And Drew.
Carson's
and Cat.
off.
I'm what?
You know, Mark's here.
Hi.
Oh, Mark's here too.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
With our special guest, Chad.
It was going to be special, but Mark's here.
Yeah, Mark's here.
Okay, I'll go see what Doug wants. Hold on.
Okay, bye.
With who?
Give me a drink. Go give me a drink. Thank
Doug.
you.
He's going to go see what's going on with Doug.
Who's
With the
Doug?
dog.
I don't know who the
dog.
fuck Doug is.
Our
I don't know Mark's
pupper.
wife. I thought his name was Odin.
His name is Odin.
Oh,
His
why do you call him
stepdad's name is Doug.
Mm,
Why does he call him Doug?
yeah,
His-
kind of
his
weird.
Stepdad, that's his name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So anyway,
we'll get to the chat right away.
let's do that.
I thought I was seeing settling down. What? I thought I was settled down.
I told
Okay.
Ricky to settle down earlier because he said hello to himself in the chat.
What's Mark eating?
Mark's going to see what the dog's doing, and he's going
Mark
to call him
is-
Doug.
2 popsicles.
Yeah, it's true. He
Matter.
had popsicles, and then all of a sudden he didn't. It was weird.
Yeah.
And
Breathed
then, and then Mr. Gretzky is here. That's
What's
cool.
going on, Gretzky?
And yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're just gonna we got
Ruben
Ruben
Guzman.
Guzman, Cowabunga fans.
Yeah, and also the Stream Elements robots in here.
Yeah, that's awesome. It even like put a little emoji on there. That's
Yeah, it's a robot emoji, bro. It's a robot.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a show tomorrow too with Carson, and we'll talk about that later. It was 100% Cat's idea. Andy's in here. Yeah, so who do we go with first? Cat,
Who are you gonna go with?
basic chick. The
Don't
third
call me
metal straw.
basic.
I'm just talking about your straw.
You know what? This straw.
Cat Red
protects-
Figs.
Thank you very much. And I
Same.
sent you some.
And I drink out of them now.
But
Yeah, it's all you, Cat.
okay. Well, got a little bit of shade thrown at me the other day because apparently people think I'm not about the comics anymore. So
What? Who said that?
Who said that?
I won't be naming names,
Was it Chris Barrett?
but I don't know. Chris killed me, apparently.
Yeah, Chris did kill you off
Chris-
first in his idea.
Chris
on the-
tried
on
to
the,
tried to vote me off. tried to
yeah, I
vote
think
me
he doesn't.
out.
He doesn't think you read the Discord.
I read the Discord, man. I
Yeah,
read
let
the
it be known we all read the Discord.
But I've got more things over there. But from Why Not Comics and Art on Instaham, my new bestie, I got a bunch of books from him. He was selling a bunch of things on his Instaham. So I was like, oh, heck yeah. I got this one from Mark because I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, I love that issue too. That's a really great run. And there's a couple in a row there that have that same style on the cover. Really good.
And then I also got this Incredible Hulk because it says, please do not tell anyone the shocking secret of the bachelor party. And I just really need to know, what was the secret of the bachelor party?
I don't know, but Cap's looking through his fingers there, like he's
Cap is
pretending he's covering his eyes, but he's really
That's
being
dirty. That's not
low
dirty.
key pervy.
I'm just saying. I also got another issue of Beavis and Butthead because why not? I do have this slammed already, but I mean, it is what it is. And She-Hulk, throwing out some She-Hulk love right there. Did not have that and needed it for my run. Also, I know I have way too many of this issue, but it's one of my favorite, like hands down, one of my most favorite covers like ever.
Green
especially
Arrow.
Look at that butt.
Honor. It's a really fun issue, by the way. You know,
And
it's
plus, look at that butt.
Also, yeah, look at that butt.
Hashtag, as our good friend Spider Grandpa would say, meat and potatoes.
Meat and taters.
Mm-hmm.
And look, Ollie ain't hating it. All right. I also got Fred Himbach Destroys the Marvel Universe.
I had that back in the day.
Yeah, man, those are really great. Any of the Fred Hembeck issues are just absolute stellar parody.
I also got another Spawn 9 because my girl
Oh.
Angela. I love my girl Angela. I don't even know how many of these I have now, but had to have it. He also yes, just a second printing. I think this was like a throw-in. Reprint. I got a bunch of books from him, honestly.
Oh,
Don't
Nightwing.
worry.
Hey, are you looking to fill a lot of that Nightwing run?
I have a lot of the Nightwing run. Literally, like I just need to at some point go through
It and let me know what you need because I'm getting rid of a bunch of those.
So much of it.
I got a bunch of those to get rid of, so let me know what you need and I'll make a stack for you.
I have so much of it, but I need to know numbers.
He is the law.
Dread 1, so that was pretty
Damn.
cool.
Chromacore approves.
And yeah, I just got a bunch of other like random things I thought were a lot of fun. So I got Bizarre Adventures. I love the cover. I'm gonna check it out, see what it's all about. I also got Yellow Dog because why the hell not? What?
It's on the back.
What's on the back? Oh, Yeller has kept himself alive. Oh, that's messed up.
Titus is in the chat.
Konnichiwa.
Hi. But another really fun Connor cover right
Yeah, that's a
there.
great one.
I like the Soups cover.
Kat, did I tell you I got one of Amanda Connor's first published works? Apparently, she did the cover for Aladdin #1 from Marvel Comics, the Disney's Aladdin #1. And it doesn't look like Connor at all. It just looks like Aladdin, but that's like one of her first published covers. I just picked that up the other day for like $1.
Dude, she did a lot of Barbie stuff in her early career.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fantastic. I've got a bunch for Barbie stuff. That's some of my favorite stuff. But
From Barbie to the Pro.
Oh yeah. But something that I actually missed out on when it was first getting released, but I was able to get my hands on. So this is the second print of It Eats What Feeds It. And hello, y'all know that I needed to get this.
We did.
Absolutely.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. You know. But I got a bunch of other books going on. I got a bunch of random horror and Halloween stuff going on behind me. I'm working on that. There's a lot of craziness around here. Having fun.
Making sandwiches, spreading dead things.
Spreading dead things. Having people attacked by plants. It's all good.
What's going on, Flash Ray Videos? Glad to have you in the chat.
Hi.
We're just hanging out tonight, guys, and talking some stuff. Chad, did you pick up anything cool this week?
Dude, I haven't picked up anything. I got 2 weeks of comics that I got to pick up tomorrow. I downloaded that Avengers game. That was fun. But
yeah, you got that on the PlayStation though, man.
Well, Carson got it on PlayStation, so I was hoping to get it so I could play with him. And JD just downloaded it.
Now I gotta pay for PlayStation Online.
And Kat said she was going to get it.
No, I was gonna get it tonight, and then I got stuck working.
And
so Sunday, most likely.
All right. Well, I guess I gotta hook my PlayStation up. That's just sitting there collecting dust.
I want to play it. I know. I talked to Carson about it, and he was he liked it, but
they made a mistake though. It's like they came out with that game like the same week they came out with the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake that I have completely demolished, and I'm just achievement hunting at this point. That damn thing. That was my game back in the day, though, guys. That was my shit. I think I could probably be a pro Tony Hawk skater. I think that might be the next move. That's what I'm going to do with my. I'm just going to quit my job to start streaming Tony Hawk Pro Skater all day long. All right, but I got some comics this week, guys. Like they actually came out this week. You want to talk about them?
Yeah, I do. But we got you like your own intro now.
Okay, cool. Play the intro.
It's downloading it. It's coming on.
Oh. Well, so we don't have it yet. We're going to have it.
Yeah, here it is.
Yay! That was pretty cool, Chad. I like that.
Yeah, I just made that.
That's awesome, man. You guys know what came out this week?
No, let's put you on the big screen.
Batman number 99.
Batman.
It's a Joker War. It's part 5. You see who that is on the cover with him there?
It's Nightwing.
It's no Rick Grayson.
Nightwing.
That's Nightwing. He gets his costume back in this one. You know, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. We're going to go spoiler territory all day. Like, they're all hanging out on a rooftop, right? And they're all like, oh, man, all Batman's people are here. Bullshit, because Damian's not there. Bullshit.
Where's he at?
Where's he at? He's not Robin anymore. But then he's like, oh, you guys are all good detectives. You can be my friends and help me out because I really need all the help I can get now with this Joker situation. And then Harley's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go kill the Joker. And he's like, no, you can't kill that Joker. We don't kill people. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him anyway. Yeah. And he's like, no. And she's like, I'm gonna cry and tell you how I'm gonna do it anyway and why it's a good idea. And he just walks away from her. And then he shows up to the Joker, and the Joker has used Punchline's toxin to reanimate the corpse of Alfred. And he's also stolen the shiny blue Batman costume and desecrated that as well. Man, it's freaking great. It's freaking great. I love it. Joker's badass, and the art is stellar. The Jimenez art is just top freaking notch. Then you got like Justice League Metal. This tie-in's all about like Nightwing, and they're gonna go and try to free the Legion of Doom. They're being told by Luthor how to do it, but the only thing standing in their way is the Mindhunter, which is the Martian Manhunter Batman, who is currently fighting Martian Manhunter. So we'll see if that actually goes anywhere or does anything. Teen Titans, Robin's gone. They're looking for Robin. He's not in this issue, so I might be dropping that unless something cool happens.
Well, you can watch it on digital now. Read it digitally.
Yeah, maybe I'll read it digitally. We'll see. Hey, for $10, you can get this giant Detective Comics 1027. And if you think to yourself, wait a second, didn't they just do a giant $10 Detective Comics 1000, which is an anthology series about the history of Detective Comics and Batman? And yeah, you'd be right in saying that that's exactly what happened. And if you're saying, hey, like, well, what is in this? Is it maybe just like, I don't know, the leftovers from that book? And the answer is yes, that's exactly what it is. It's not as good as Detective Comics 1000. It's just as big and just as expensive. And even though this is just the A cover, it's a wraparound. It's pretty cool cover there, the Andy Kubert cover. There's a bunch of other covers. Some are better, some are not. And I already paid for all of them, so they're coming. And I'm really kicking myself for that shit happening because it's really not that good. Star Wars will put out 2 comics this week. Darth Vader, this is killer. I know that Ricky Markstadt and Chris Barrett were both talking about this on the Discord. He's on a quest to find out what happened to Padme after Mustafar when he was left laying dead and turned into Darth Vader. He doesn't know the whole story. He's piecing it together. And every bit of information he gets about the truth fucks him up even more, which is kind of classic Breaking Bad style villain creation. And basically after this, the Emperor says at the end, hey, look, you're in your feelings right now. You need to forget, this, and we need to go back and start with fear. So he's going to start torturing Darth Vader more and breaking him down even more. It's going to be badass. Star Wars number 6, Luke gets this yellow lightsaber after he gets his hand cut off in Empire. and you're like, oh, how did he get another lightsaber? He went and stole it from a Jedi temple that is like actually a Sith trap, and there's an Inquisitor, but he's really a ghost, and it's actually badass to check it out. Charles Soule's doing a great job. Jesus Saez is doing a great job. You get these great RB Silva covers, man. So really killer stuff from Star Wars. I got to show some Star Wars love. The movies have been shit, but man, the books have been good. The Immortal Hulk, haven't read this yet, but I mean, Alex Ross cover had to share it with you. Iron Man, here's another Alex Ross cover. This was a number one. Christopher Cantwell, friend of the channel, friend of Mainframe Comic-Con, was the writer on this, and it's actually really cool. There's some neat stuff that happens where, like, after each interaction Tony Stark has, he will tweet about it as Iron Man, and it's just everybody shitting on him from every different angle because he thinks he tried to save the city, but actually he knocked out one of the satellite companies' satellites, and it's like a bunch of people complaining they have no satellite television for the next 6 days or whatever because Tony Stark fucked it up. Basically, it's him saying, "Hey, I'm Iron Man. I want to get back to the people and be back being a man of the people," and it blows up in his face every time. And I'm excited to see where this goes. The kind of new villain reveal thing at the end of this is very reminiscent of Iron Man 3. So, yeah, Cantwell kind of stole that idea. I think it's kind of repurposing it, but it really works. The Amazing Spider-Man Norman Osborn. Man, Sin Eater stuff is actually pretty freaking good. If you're not into that right now, you're not going to know what the hell's going on with this. But basically, Sin Eater has this psychic shotgun type thing where he can erase the effect that people's sins have on them. And he shot Norman Osborn. So Norman Osborn doesn't really remember or isn't haunted by his sins, so it doesn't make him be a bad guy. Basically, he's got a clean slate in his own personality, which is, it's been kind of strange, but I like the way that they're using that to kind of tell a story around Peter Parker's history. Thor number 7, man, this is a really long setup issue that kind of just the entire thing. You're like, oh, what's going on? There's something wrong with Mjolnir. It's sitting on Earth, and it has Tony Stark's personal phone number on it. Because if you read Thor number 1, Tony Stark wrote on Mjolnir with a Sharpie a message to Thor so he'd get it when Mjolnir came back. So basically this guy's like, we called you, Mr. Stark. And he's like, well, how'd you get my number? And it's written on the hammer. And then comes to Thor, and he's like, that'll teach you to write on my hammer. So basically, they're in a holding pattern. They're like, "Oh, what do we do?" And it's like, "No, nobody touch it, nobody touch it." And finally, the random one dude picks up the hammer, right? And the issue with Mjolnir isn't that you can't pick it up if you're not worthy. The issue is that it now finds everybody worthy. So this rando at the end has the powers of Thor. It's really a cool image. What's his name? I'll pull it up real quick. Yeah. His name is Adam. So it's just this random guy, right? This random dude down here. Oh. Right, and the random guy picks up the hammer. Oh.
Let's see. Thor Adam.
Dupe. Yeah, so he's got the powers of Thor. But the coolest thing about this book is in the next issue, you just see Thor chilling, eating a burger. And Adam is outside fighting a troll, getting the shit kicked out of him. That's the cover for the next issue. So I'm totally in for this. I think that this is a kind of a cool story. Cates is telling this is his second arc, and it's an interesting hook already. And normally that's not something that he does very well. Marvel Tales Snapshot. Oh man, this is just a look into the world of Marvels, right? And this is all about my boy Scott Summers. Scott Summers and his coming of age as a young mutant. Starts off with him seeing the Fantastic Four fight Namor on television. That's what inspires him to be a hero. Yeah, he's a mutant. Yeah, he's all those things. He's persecuted. He's fighting for his people. All that nonsense. But at the end of the day, He's a hero, and he's a hero because he was inspired by the Avengers. He was inspired by the Fantastic Four. This Age of Heroes inspired him to be a hero. Really well written, and Riley does the art in this, and it's just I don't know why I love it so much. It's very pretty much classic style of art in here, but there's just interesting layouts throughout. It's really easy to read. It flows very well. The action is just old school. And it's just a fabulous book, man. I really recommend that if you're a fan of the Marvel Universe, if you're a fan of Scott Summers, Cyclops, the X-Men, check out that Marvel's Snapshot. Thought it was really cool. Giant Size X-Men Storm. This ties into the Phantom X Giant Size issue. It ties into the Emma Frost and Jean Grey Giant Size issue. And it's Russell Dauterman on the art. And Jonathan Hickman. So you got the Dauterman art, which is just fabulous. And they go into the world. If you know anything about Phantom X and him being created inside the world, there's some craziness going on here. And again, it's a Hickman AI stuff that is kind of going to lead to more. I really dug it. I thought it was cool. X-Men number 12. This is the refresher to let everybody know what's going on in X of Swords, which is coming up. Hellions, basically, they kill off Madeline Pryor, and the council's like, yeah, well, she was just a clone of Jean Grey, not a real person. We're not going to bring her back. Basically, Mr. Sinister gets a good laugh out of that because he's a dick, which is great. Excalibur, number 12. This ties everything together with X of Swords in a big way. I didn't really know what Teenie Howard was doing with this series until this issue, and it's all a bunch of setup because Apocalypse is going to use Otherworld as a means to get to where the other half of Krakoa from the big split in the House and Powers. That's all explained, and he's going to go back and he's going to fight for the freedom of mutants of the past. Dude, I don't fucking know, but it's awesome. It's great. Cover buys this week. Some cover buys. Jen Bartel on this Storm cover. Like, come the fuck on. How do you leave that on the shelf? You just can't avoid picking that beautiful book up. The colors on that are just phenomenal. Love her hair. Alex Ross. I mean, that's got to happen. Picking up all these Alex Ross covers. Timeless Hulk.
What's your favorite Alex Ross?
Timeless Iron Man. This Timeless Cap. So far, I think out of this group, I think it's the Storm.
Really?
I think that's Storm. Yeah, beyond these, I also picked up the Namor from last week, which I think the Namor is great. The Hulk is great, and I think that this Storm so far is the one that stands out to me.
Yeah, that Storm is the strongest.
It's a beautiful cover.
It is.
Hey, we've got Bob World in the chat.
So
What's going on, Bob?
And we also got G-Man, Mr. Galvin, who I'm hoping that Mrs. G is doing well. And our thoughts and prayers go out to them.
Yeah, hope Mrs. G is doing all right, and everything is on the up and up over there, man.
I miss Carson tonight.
I do too.
So, guys, I got a question
It's
for you.
Carson all the nights.
What do you guys think about the announcement with DC? Honestly, I saw Carson put it in our chat, but what are your thoughts on it, Drew?
Which announcement? The Universe app?
Yeah.
How it's going away in this current form and going to end up being Marvel Unlimited for DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we called that a while ago.
Months ago. Yeah.
Months ago. Yeah, I think that as much good stuff came out of DC Fandom day one or week one or whatever, that all the movie stuff, all the video game stuff, all that stuff was so well received. Hey, what news did you guys hear on a DC Fandom when they talked comics?
Nothing.
None.
Exactly. The comic side of things is going to be the redheaded stepchild of Warner Media. It's they're looking for a way to continue publishing books and not having to deal with the direct market, with the collector's market, with floppies, and they're all going to go away very soon. Look forward to that. I think that this is a brilliant idea for them to keep comics available to their fans. And I hope it works out for them. I really do. But they just released an announcement today that there's what's it called? Future release or whatever. Future something is coming. I'll look it up right now because I know Gomer dropped it on Outright Geekery today. And I will look at that. But it's basically in January and February, they're relaunching their line. And they haven't given really too many people an opportunity to see what they're going to be doing with that. A lot of it is up in the air. The only thing we know so far that is coming in February is going to be a Black History Month tie-in with the release of Milestone. So that's pretty much the only thing we know that is coming for sure from DC. Everything else is up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen after Death Metal. We're gonna try to figure out if this is a crisis, where they're going to fit everything, what if they're even going to try hard enough to give a shit to rebuild a continuity. They might just go, no, it's all DC, which is like what they did with the movies. And I'm actually okay with that as long as we keep getting good stories. I think that the problem is that they try to tie too much to continuity and it fails because they don't give it the legs to stand on that it needs. So like Death Metal, for instance, is very tied to continuity, but at the same time, it doesn't pay enough attention to any continuity for it to really matter in one way or another. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I just think right now I don't think they have anybody actually in charge.
No, the guy from Activision's in charge.
Really?
Yeah, they just hired a new guy from Activision.
Okay, so what's Lee?
Lee is there as like the face of the company, I think, pretty much at this point.
Really?
Yeah, and that's fine if he wants to be a yes man and be the ambassador to comics for these people. That's okay. But I think they hired the guy from Activision, and they didn't hire him. I mean, he said when he was interviewed coming in to the position, he said, I'm a lifelong fan of DC. I love these heroes. I love these properties. I want to work with them. Yeah, but he's not there because he loves the heroes and he loves DC. He's there because he can make money, right? He was hired by Warner to make them turn a profit, pretty much. And I hope that he has some sort of way to do that. That includes continuing to support the direct market, but I do not believe that is the case.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like, I mean, when you look at Activision, they went away from physical releases and went to microtransactions for the most part for most of their games.
Well, even look at take a look at PlayStation for a sec. The new PlayStation. There's $100 difference
for a disk drive.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Bless you, Cat.
I mean, digital only is the wave of the future. I think the difference between video games and movies, right, and then comics is the collector's market. It's the variant covers. It's the having something in your hand. It's the constant reminder of condition is important. You lose all of that. You lose the tactile experience with digital. You also lose, some printing color quality is different when you read it digitally versus on paper, and some of that's minimal, and some of it's more noticeable with older titles. I think older titles, if you're going to go to digital only, need to be kind of remastered. Do I really, really care at the end of the day if the collector's market goes away? No, I want to sell all these books first. That'd be great. But like for me, it's more about the stories and following the stories. And I could follow digitally. I would still read digitally if that was the only thing coming out. But honestly, I prefer to read an actual comic in my hands.
How about you, Kat? What's your thoughts on it?
So I've read some of the digital firsts from DC. I know a bunch of like the Arkham Knight tie-in stuff was digital first. My Ruby comics were digital first before they were physical and everything. My thing is I don't like staring at a screen constantly. I mean, like, I know you already touched on it a bit, Drew, but it's different actually having this book in your hands. It feels different. It puts you in a different zone, a different atmosphere. I'm able to turn off my brain and pick up a comic and just de-stress from a situation where, like, if I have my phone in my hands and I have an email that pops up from my boss and it's to deal with like a million different things of work, I'm going to click on that accidentally and I'm going to read that and then I'm going to be stressed out again. Where I can ignore this and just stare at, these beautiful, beautiful books.
I feel like I pay more attention to an actual book. You know what I feel like? I feel like if I read something digitally, like for Modern Men, Andy and I always talk about the importance of getting the trade. Andy loves to get the trade because he doesn't like to read digitally, because sometimes digital gives you the format. Sometimes it's harder you got to zoom in on things here and there. And that's all depending on your screen. And I think with my computer screen, I can read digitally just fine, having 2 pages up and be good with it. Right. But I feel like when I read digitally, I skim.
Have you ever had
or actual book I pay attention
where you're trying to read it and it skips over pages and then you get to the end and you're like, what happened? When did this happen?
Right.
And you have to go back and reread it to understand what you just read. And you're like, oh wait, I missed a couple pages there. I've had that happen so many times. It's so easy to just keep like swiping on that or on my tablet and then get confused as to where I'm supposed to be. Or like you said, you have to zoom in to read different things or to catch little subtle hints or jokes that you'd be able to pick up on the page.
Right.
And I mean, it's been a long time coming. It has been. They've been doing the whole digital first with a lot of things. It's just kind of been like sprinkled in throughout. I mean, I'm bummed, but hell, if the characters that I love are still running around and they're still saving the day,
you can always come over to the light side, because I don't think Marvel's going to stop publishing comics anytime soon.
I read some Marvel. Okay, they just need to give Dazzler a book.
Well, when Dazzler earns a book, you can have one. Hickman is already using 30 of the better X-Men. Eventually, Dazzler will get a chance to shine.
Give Dazzler her own like mainstay title.
Dazzler shows up in the background making fireworks for the Kirkland sex parties.
Oh my god, dude, she's so much better than just like the firework technician. She's so much better.
But I mean, she doesn't need to be.
Oh my god, she took out Black Bolt.
Did you like Dazzler? And did you read Bendis's Uncanny Run?
Nah,
where Dazzler became like punk rock Dazzler?
Bits and pieces.
When she was being kept in a coma by Mystique, and Mystique was pretending to be Dazzler as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. for like 60 issues, and then she came out of it and she beat the shit out of Mystique and like cut her hair and dyed it black and became like punk rock Dazzler. It was so amazing.
There you go.
Yeah, it only lasted for about 10 issues, but it was great.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
Oh god. Dude, like I'm gonna miss that the feeling of having a new book in my hands. I mean, yeah, I do collect some variants just because I love the art. It's not necessarily like, oh, this is the hot thing. It's like this. I say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Collect what you love what you collect. Because at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of expensive pieces of paper.
True story.
You know, but I mean, I'm bummed. But like I've said before, as long as my guys and gals are running around still saving the day and messing up some shit in comics, I'm cool with it.
What do you think about this?
I think this would be a horrible move right now.
I think it'd be the best thing possible for DC to license their character just to Marvel,
but not to IDW.
IDW would be fine too.
No, IDW is in freaking ruins right now.
Yeah, that's just because of their lack of. I mean, their direction as far as their books is still good.
I mean, the last run just got pushed until what, January?
Yeah, well, that's unforeseen circumstances, I think.
I mean, and everybody over there is gone. But I think you're 100% right. I think the Mouse is going to make a run at it.
I think you know what, you give CB Zabalski the reins of the DC universe, and he will make it make sense. I think that what you need some Marvel influence to make that continuity make sense, to start it over and have a fresh slate, because every time DC does it, they undo it before it gets fully done. It's like it's been this cycle since Crisis that it just keeps like they should have never, like, Crisis on Infinite Earths should have never took place. They should have never done it. They should have just left everything a mess, because every time they try to reshuffle and put it back together, it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. And
the one thing that, Drew, you bring up a good point. Like, the one thing that so what in DC was not broke? What were they producing that was really, really good every time?
Well, I mean, when you get to, it's different era to era, but
no, I'm just saying, like,
exactly what you're looking at, but like
the
when
cartoon
you get to, like,
movies,
the cartoon movies, yeah, but they rebooted those.
Yeah, they're rebooting them to follow
the comics,
yeah,
which they don't have any idea what they're doing in the comics. The problem is, what they need to do is they need to have a universe, and whether it be like Ultimate style, they need to create a universe where they can get their shit together. Mm-hmm. And New 52 tried to be that, but it was tonally all wrong. It's when you look at the DC universe over its history, it is a universe of hope. They are heroes of hope, right? It is bright, shiny colors and campiness, but at the same time, it's shiny, happy, hopeful. With the exception of like Batman in the 70s and 80s, where it started to get really, really dark, it was always bright and colorful and hopeful. And now when you look at it, it's like, no, that is not what DC is. Misery. It's fucking misery. How do you know that? Oh, well, look at their movies. It's all misery. We'll look at every event that has been any good from them for the past 10 years, with the exception of the Rebirth one-shot. It's all misery. Dark Knights. How miserable can we get? Death Metal. Let's go even more miserable. Wonder Woman. Let's do a good, like, Wonder Woman. She's like a powerful, positive influence. Let's do Dead Earth. Like, okay, well, let's do something out of continuity. Right? Let's do something out of continuity where we can kind of let a creator play and have fun. Deceased, they're all dead. Like, everything is so dark and fucking miserable. Everything. Flash right now, it's just like, oh, Flash, who's like, let's just run fast and be hopeful. Like, it's about positive go get 'em attitude. That's what the Flash wins with every time, is a positive go get 'em attitude. And it's just like, let's see how we can break Barry down. Like, everything about the universe has become so fucking miserable.
Well, let's turn it over to our DC queen herself to give her take on DC.
and Mark.
Thanks, Chad.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I myself, I'm not a huge fan of constant renumberings, constant reboots. Unlike Drew, there was a lot of gold throughout a lot of these like soft or even some of the hard reboots that we got throughout DC for me personally. But I will agree they were not across the board. And there was also a lot of bad things that were being done at the same time. Like why do we still have this Batman here, but we also have Claptrap Gordon Batman, and then Batman's supposedly dead, but then Batman's also on the Mobius chair, and he's basically God Batman now. That's all going on at the same time, mind you, throughout printing schedules, but we're just supposed to be fine with that going on. I will admit DC continuity has kind of been all over the place for the last several years. I'll definitely agree when they brought in certain creative teams, like, you know, I don't want to throw out names or anything, but Honey Bendis, which he's notorious for not caring about anyone's continuity but his own. And you gave him characters and a storyline that everyone was loving at the time. One of the best books that came out of Rebirth was the Superman title, where we got Jonathan Kent, Lois Lane, you know, the cute little Superman family. And it was fantastic. Everyone loved it. We got Super Sons out of that, kind of a whole Damian Wayne and John hanging out.
Preach.
Thing. And then Honey Bendis shows up and he's like, you know, you love these teenagers actually acting like teenagers. You know what? I'm going to take these teenagers and I'm going to make them into adults, damn it. I'm going to make them have adult things going on. And I'm going to, for some reason, forcefully age Jonathan Kent from being like a 10-year-old to being like an 18-year-old overnight. And I'm going to break up a happy home with Lois and Superman because, you know, Superman can't be happily married. We can't have any of this going on. Honestly, like he's made a lot of choices there that I have not agreed with. And I will admit it's kind of all over, little bits and pieces here and there that I don't agree with, that I feel like a lot of people don't agree with. And it's honestly, Rebirth was supposed to be Jeff Johns and certain creative teams underneath Jeff Johns all coming together to bring back what it was that the fans of DC loved from throughout the history of DC. But they kind of just lost their way. And
Jeff Johns wrote Doomsday Clock for 4.5 freaking years, and they wrote the 3 Jokers for the next 4.5 years.
Hey, Drew,
Joker isn't even done yet. Damn it!
Wait, I'm interjecting on this one.
Let it time.
Go for it.
Anywho,
So you said the other day you were talking about Ray Fisher, right?
Yes.
Listen, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like thinking. Like, I think Jason Momoa might be like a really good dude, like solid, salt of the earth type person. And for him to like make statements and kind of back Ray on this one, I think
But he didn't back Ray. He kind of just said, yeah, he's good. I trust this kid. He gave him his support, which is something that somebody that I feel that he would do. And I feel like here's my take on Ray Fisher. We're going to start from the beginning.
Well, let her finish.
Okay.
Let's table that. Go ahead, Kat. I'm sorry.
oh no, we're good. We're good.
No, I want you to finish. I got like antsy about that.
I was just saying, like, as a DC fan, there's so many things that I feel like so many fans have wanted to see for years.
And
like,
Rebirth kind of gave us all that, didn't it?
One of the big things that has even been joked at before, we all know my girl is Starfire. That's my girl. Through and through, Starfire is my favorite comic book character of all time. And she finally got put on a Justice League team. And it was actually a pretty fun book. And it's been canceled. as a number of books throughout all this have been canceled.
Well, they're all canceled, I think, except for Batman.
I know, but like we don't know what's going to happen with any of these characters or any of these teams moving forward, and I think it's that uncertainty that I'm a bit worried about. And I hear things like, oh, they could potentially be contracted out to this company or to that company. Especially everyone talks about wanting to sell the rights to Disney. I think that is a deplorable idea, and I'll tell you why. I do not want the rights to all of these characters owned by any company. I don't. I feel like the second you have Disney monopolizing everything, we're kind of screwed, and it's all under the mouse, which is basically all under the mouse anyway, the second they got their hands on all the Fox properties. I mean, the mouse now technically owns Rocky Horror Picture Show. And that kind
no
of
better place for it to be.
And it's
I'll argue that to the day I die. You go to one of their theme parks and you see the way they curate the materials that they own, they care. Maybe they only care enough to make money off of them, but they find the people who care about these properties to put in charge of them in order to make them profitable to their fan bases. I think that the best thing that could possibly happen to the DC superheroes is for Warner Brothers to get their shit together. I don't think that they want to. I think that they see them as IP, and they don't see all of it as IP. And they really don't. They don't see the whole as an IP. They see Batman as IP. They see Superman as IP. They see Flash as IP. They don't see the bigger picture of making one of these big heroes a smaller piece of a larger puzzle. I see Superman. He can be $1 million franchise, $1 billion franchise. Guess what? He can't, because you don't know what you're doing with him. But if you put him as a character in a Justice League movie where you service the whole, then you can have $1 billion franchise that you can splice off into other different things. I think that's what Disney did with Marvel Studios, and they really were successful with it. But it's well, that's the thing. John says in the what's it called here? Chat. Any company that can't see Booster Gold as an IP is out. Yeah, but that's the thing, is they don't see the forest through the trees. They're like, okay, well, Batman's $1 billion franchise, so let's keep making Batman things. They don't see the fact that they can take Booster Gold and elevate him to that level, whereas Marvel Studios saw the fact that they could take Iron Man and elevate him to that level. I think that there's just not a huge ability for the Warner Brothers upper crust to really see the potential that lies in the tertiary peaks and valleys of the DC universe, in the way that the folks at Disney saw Guardians of the Galaxy as a viable property. You're not going to get that kind of dive into the continuity, into the minutia of what makes these universes tick from a company that doesn't have that kind of vision. I think that you might see something come around, because it appears to me that James Gunn's Suicide Squad has a lot of DC continuity peppered into it and a lot of Easter eggs. And I think that may be the thing they need. But I also thought that Shazam was going to be the thing that kind of woke them up, and it doesn't really appear that that's the case. So I just think that the idea of wanting an interconnected universe from DC the way that we get from Marvel is kind of a lost cause at this point, movie wise. And I think in the comics, like that's why we need them to kind of, what is going to happen after Death Metal? Are we going to get an actual crisis with a renumbering and a restart for the universe? I hope that we do. I hope that we get a clean slate for me to hop back on to a lot of these DC titles that I dropped. I think it would be exciting. Are we going to get it? Who knows, man? But I certainly hope that we get something more than we're currently getting.
I read a good article.
Hey, can I say my piece about Ray Fisher, please, before I get what I was going to say about it? Yeah, okay. Anybody who's got issues with this Ray Fisher thing, right? Ray Fisher was the actor who played Cyborg. Okay. So far in the news, right? He accused Peter Berg and Jeff Johns of enabling abuse on set by Joss Whedon. Okay. From all accounts on both sides, this is because Joss Whedon told this guy who has never been in like any movies before, who was a little too big for his britches, that he wasn't going to take his script notes and that he just needed to do the part as he was being directed. Whether or not he was too harsh, whether or not Joss Whedon is a absolute piece of garbage, I don't think any of that is really in dispute at this point. But Ray Fisher asked Hamada, the head of Warner Brothers Pictures, to investigate. Okay. Hamada hired investigators who then investigated, and then Ray Fisher would not answer their questions because they weren't the investigators. They were asking him questions. Basically, they were basically asking him questions where he doubted his own story, I'm sure, and was like, well, I'm not going to answer your questions anymore. And then he came out and told everybody else that was being interviewed not to answer their questions until he got a third party investigator, who this investigator was already a third party, right? This guy's just grasping for 15 minutes of fame. He was the worst part of the worst comic book movie of all time. His deplorable depiction of Cyborg is horrible. He's been contacted to cameo in The Flash and refuses to do so. Until the guy is just an attention whore. Whether or not he is fighting for a cause in Hollywood that is people should be treated better, sure, maybe people should be treated better. Maybe Joss Whedon's a scumbag, but this guy right here, I mean, Ray Fisher, gone too soon, man. Gone too soon, Ray Fisher. I can't believe that in the next 10 years, we will be discussing Ray Fisher in the context of him starring in a film or being an action hero in any way, shape, or form. It's just not going to happen. And I feel bad for the guy, but I mean, come on, get over your shit. Grow up.
All right, here's a good question for you guys. Should major publishers and creators be crowdfunding comics alongside independent and DIY creators? Can the DIY system of crowdfunding mesh with the establishment? Looking into growing a use of crowdfunding by Boom, Scott Snyder, and others.
Yeah.
I think this is where it's going to be. I think this is the direction that comics are going to go. I mean, creators want to do their own products, and a lot of them make a lot of money by doing their own products.
Well, I think that in speaking with Charlie Stickney a lot over the past couple of mainframe appearances he had, and about Kickstarters, I moderated most of the Kickstarter panels that we've had on this channel and other channels, and I think that what's important is that Kickstarter is allowing these creators to avoid the process of dealing with the publishers until they have a product that is ready to go. So you're not, the creators are having the ability to create without constriction. They're having the ability to go out and prove to publishers that there is a market for their product. And at that point, they have then the ability to leverage with the publishers to get a wide release and use the publishers' means of promotion and such to draw a larger audience, get their book into the shops, and make sure that they have a consistent product going forward. I think that it's good for all parties. I think that it gives the publisher a chance to make an investment in a property that is not a gamble as much as a sure thing for them. And I think that crowdfunding is also giving niches that don't have a voice in the mainstream a voice. Whether you like Comicsgate or not, they use crowdfunding to provide a product for their audience. that they don't need to go through the mainstream in order to do that. I think that whether or not these groups are being ousted from the mainstream for one reason or another, or they just have never found their home there are different ways for people to make these projects a reality and to garner an audience for them outside of traditional means, and that is actually really good for the industry.
Kat, your thoughts?
I mean, there's kind of a small push for this already. The big way to find what your creators are into and what they're doing through these various platforms is just by following them on their social media. And yeah, there's always going to be the question of like, hey, if they're doing like a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or what have you, crowdfunding platform, like how is every comic book fan gonna find them? It's like, you know what, not everyone's gonna find them. Like your average person who just runs by a shop and just picks up whatever's new on the shelf may not find it. But I mean, if you're a hardcore fan of like for example, Gabriel Piccolo just had his most recent Indiegogo for Icarus and the Sun a while back, and I follow him on social media. Follow your favorite creators on social media. Personally, I agree with a lot of what Drew said. This is kind of the way that comics are headed, and this is how a lot of these creators are making their money with everything going on and their books being canceled, and the big two definitely owning everything once they actually do it all said and done. But, go to an indie publisher, self-publish, what have you, crowdfund. It could be good. It could
this is these are like kind of the unique voices that we want to see from creators as them doing something creative, something that inspires them. These are the projects I want to see creators working on, is something that is important to them, something that they're passionate about, because we're going to get the best product out of that. I thought that's what we're going to get out of Black Label, right? With some really good inspired DC content. But John even says it right here, that it's basically a Joker universe at this point. Killer Smile, White Knight, Harleen, Batman, it's all Joker. It's all about Joker. But he did say that he thinks Batman's a background character in his own book these days. Batman is his own villain in his own book these days. Like, Batman just fights Batman now. Like he's fighting Joker in Joker War and in all these other titles. But in the main continuity, it's like Batman fights a Batman who laughs, a Batman who does this, a Batman who does that, a Batman with guns. It's like there are no more villains anymore. There's just other Batmen from other Bat universes where everything is bats. And a lot of that is the fact that he's the darkest character, and they try to go as dark as possible.
And I think that's where they're going to screw up the movies, because now that how we have multiple universes, and they're talking that like Robert Pattinson's going to be one different universe, and there's going to be the Michael Keaton in a different universe. I think it's just going to be so convoluted.
We're going to have to look at how much they're getting paid to tell who's the real Batman. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Who makes the most money?
And I'll tell you this much right now, man. That Pattinson movie looks dark as fuck, but it looks so good. It looks so freaking good.
And that's a lot, getting him to say that.
I've been saying this is going to be good.
No, for Drew to say that he likes a DC product in general,
it just has to be good for me to like it, Chad. It's not hard. Just be quality, and I'll like you. That's really all there is to it. Shazam, loved it.
So
here, Chris, but that Robert Pattinson movie, I can't agree with it. I don't like it. It looks like shit to me.
Oh God, the Batmobile looks great.
Horrible.
So it says, look at the two friends of the Corps, Potsy and Ryland. Potsy isn't as recognized as Ryland is, but he has just
He's just as prolific.
Ryland, on the other hand, has 3 major crowdfunding titles.
No, The Jump was his first Kickstarter.
That was his first Kickstarter. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The other ones were with
yeah,
Action Lab, right?
Action Lab had bought those ideas from him. So he
100% is.
He's a self-made
dude. Yeah, I mean he's super smart. I mean that book sold out. He's doing well on it. Ultimately, he wants it to be picked up. I think it's going to be. William Baird says, "I am surprised that almost the amount of people I run into that are Joker fans and not the hero."
That's Heath Ledger's fault.
Yeah,
like that, and
you know what?
I'll give the new Joker movie, the last Joker movie, it's due as well, because if you are a disaffected youth, you love that shit. And there are so many people who want, it's when I was a kid, right? The punk rock kids were wearing Clockwork Orange t-shirts. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, let's try something.
So everybody wants to love the villain, to be seen as the misunderstood. That's part of popular culture, and I think that's a big part of the Joker's popularity, because every weird, disaffected youth wants to be seen as the hero of their own story, and the Joker is definitely that. He is the hero of his own story.
You want me to try the old school gimmick and throw out the link?
I mean, we're at an hour, Chad. How long you want to go?
I'm kind of good, but we'll give people like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Chris Barrett wants to make his first appearance.
That's not going to happen.
No, he won't.
He's scared. Chris Garrett.
There he goes, guys. There Yins goes, guys.
There Yins goes. God, I hate you.
There Yins goes. Did you watch the yesterday's game? I was so pissed about
it. I did not watch yesterday's game.
I was so mad about that. I mean, I hate Baker.
Why do you hate Baker?
Because he's like Manziel light.
He's good. He's a good quarterback. He has no team around him right now. They have no blocking.
Have
you watched, like, they have everybody at their skills positions? I mean, let's do football core real quick. Their interior offensive line is fucking Swiss cheese.
All right. And Mark, give us your 2 cents. This is a new segment called Mark's 2 cents.
2 cents on what?
What we talked about today.
What we talked about today?
Watch Ray videos.
Today. Okay. All right. How about you tell them about the video game you're playing right now?
So I'm playing Plague Incorporated. While listening to all of you fabulous people talk about comic book related stuff. It's great.
Plague Incorporated.
Plague Incorporated.
Plague Incorporated. I thought
so,
it was plugs.
Kat,
plagues.
Why we got some time and we can wrap this up, and why don't you tell them about what's coming up? What we're about to do.
Pack and Dog Wilder is a very great comic book series.
All right.
You should go read it.
So,
Baitor.
It's true.
We all know what next month is.
What is
November?
October, bitch.
Oh shit, I skipped it.
October. So, of course, we all know it is the start to the spooky season. We're talking horror movies. We're talking way too much candy. We're talking skeletons, bats, and I'm not just talking about the fact that Mark finally is allowing me to decorate the house again. But, my dears, we are also going to be reviewing movies on the Comic Kawa.
Daily
Movies. An episode every day throughout the month of October. And to change things up a little bit, we're not just going to go off like some random list or one person picking the movies for themselves or whatever. We've decided that we are going to do kind of more like a roulette wheel, shall we say. Everyone's going to step up with a number of films, and they're going to add them to that wheel, and we're going to spin for movies. So let's say one of us picks something like, what is it? We had the human centipede thrown out there.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh,
You know
whoa,
what?
whoa.
Kat,
Why?
I got a crazy idea. Since it's going to be me, you, Carson, and Drew.
Wait,
Yeah.
what about me?
No,
have one film.
you got one film.
One.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
No one. We already discussed this.
Which one?
We'll tell you
Silent
later.
Figure it out off air. Okay. Why would we ruin the surprise?
So there's 30 days. There's 4 of us. We need 5 movies from the chat, and we'll just take them off our board right now. We'll take 5 movies from the chat, and I'll write them down.
My cat's snoring on my lap.
All right, 5 movies that you would like one of us to review.
Horror movies.
Horror movies.
Horror movies.
Not horror movies. I watch those in my free time.
Movies.
Ooh, Comics Misexplained says The Void.
Oh, okay, I like it. Hold on. Okay, so we got one.
Isn't
Children of the Corn.
Oh, Campbell says Chud.
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 Good call.
Chud.
That's on Shudder.
All right, so Children of the Corn, The Void, and Chud.
2 more, folks. Student Bodies.
Sounds like a cat movie.
That sounds like a porno. That does not sound like a cat movie. That sounds like a porno.
Yeah, cat movies have the acting job
Chud.
and
Chud
the
is more
special
like a
effects
cat
of a
movie.
porno without all of the sex.
All right.
Chris Barrett says Night of the Living Dead.
No, we did that last year.
Yeah, we already did that last year, Barrett. Come on, give it the times.
So we just need one more, and we already let you. I'm thinking of ending things out yet. What is that?
I think it
William
is.
Bird says House, but Bob World says Saw. I like Saw. The
Okay,
original.
I've got Saw. I've got Saw on Blu-ray.
William, don't worry. I think House made the list from somebody else. But yeah. All right.
Do
So
I have to give you my list now as well?
yeah, you
I
know
can
what?
come up with one real quick.
Yeah, let's do Drew.
Okay, I want to put
List.
Alien. Alien is on my list.
Alien? Good call.
Alien. Let's see. We'll pull up a list here and see if I can.
Student Bodies from 1981.
Okay.
I saw that on.
Is it like a body snatcher thing?
No, I watched that on something
I don't
like.
think I've seen it.
I no, Kat. I'm positive when we were looking through, I saw it on either Shudder or
Okay.
Prime.
Have you guys seen Get Out?
Oh, that's a great one.
That's a good movie. Let's put Get Out on there. Comics Misexplained says Event Horizon. That's one of my favorite horror movies.
Do you want to do this with us?
Do you want to be
Yeah.
on it?
Yeah, Jason, you make some videos.
Do you want to jump on here real quick? I sent out the link, and you can tomorrow night. We're going to do it. Do you want to? If you want to, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Event Horizon's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
The Shining. Chris
Trying to
Pratt.
look for like really, really, really good movies. Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, write that one down. Drag Me to Hell. What do I get? One more?
Well,
You get 2 more.
movie.
I get 2 more. Oh, you know, let's choose one I haven't seen. Don't Breathe.
Yes.
Haven't seen that.
That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Let's see if there's another one on here. Oh, this is one of the worst movies of all time. And it was filmed right in my backyard. And people thought it was real before it actually came out.
What?
The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, really?
That
Okay,
movie is
Cool.
awful.
You know
Okay.
what?
I actually love that movie.
I'm actually happy that
I'll
he's
tell you
put that
why.
up there because Carson said he wanted to watch it. He's never seen it.
Yeah, but the fact that like if you go into that movie without like thinking it's a documentary, it's not even remotely scary. Like when that movie came out
Yeah.
and you had to go to an independent theater to go see it, Like,
There was another-
it's free.
Dude, there was a whole lore behind it. There was a website where you could do research about it. There was missing posters for all the actors. People were actually sending the actors' families like condolence cards.
We
and,
went
like,
to the woods in Gaithersburg where
And
they
it's just
filmed that movie.
Dude, everything surrounding that film is fantastic, and all of
Except
the
for
lore
the
that's
movie.
outside
Every part of
of
it is great except for that fucking
fantastic.
terrible ass
No. I'm going to tell you one thing. One thing that'll make the entire film completely different for you. It's all faked, and it's set up to be a covered murder. It's a conspiracy to kill the chick.
There's another bunch of movies like that.
Think of it that way.
The
It's a
rem-
murder plot. Everything they're doing is to make her as anxious and nervous and stressed out as
Thanks,
possible.
Flash.
Like the boys are murdering her.
The two guys are planning on killing her. Think of it that way and rewatch it. If you rewatch the entire
If
film,
I draw that movie, I'll rewatch it. If I don't,
What was
then
the other
I'll
movie that the couple moved into the house and like the ghost started like
Amityville Horror?
no, like it was done like on security cameras.
Oh,
Paranormal Activity. All those.
Yeah.
Those
hey,
are
hold
fun
on, gang.
movies.
I'm gonna be right back.
What about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
That's not a horror movie, sweetie.
It kind of is.
Tell Augustus Gloop that's not a horror movie.
Who?
Augustus Gloop.
Oh yeah.
He fell in a chocolate river and fucking died.
Yeah, and then that other chick, she fell down a freaking chute. Where'd she go? You never saw her for the rest of the movie.
She was a rotten egg.
Well, yeah, but she still fell where?
Remember the incinerator?
The
They didn't know
incinerator.
if they lit it or not.
Yeah,
Is that a dress?
No, it's a robe.
sure.
Are you sure he's not wearing a dress in his movie?
Yes, comics says y'all talking about. Yeah, we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about Blair Witch.
Chad, you know what we should also do since we're looking to start like doing some other things, right?
Yeah.
It's free on PlayStation this month. The game. You want to stream it?
Blair Witch?
Yeah,
Dude. Yes.
Oh,
we should. I'm gonna make a note on that. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
check.
streaming that. Dude, I was gonna buy that game, but when I was gonna buy it, it was only available on Xbox.
Scroll up, Misexplained.
Oh, here, I'll put it right here, man. Give me 1 second.
You know, if
Scroll
anyone
up.
in here is a Blair Witch fan, a similar film is The Last Broadcast.
Well, how about The Witch?
The Witch is good.
Real good.
Black Benjamin. Dude, we
So we're
saw
gonna do this.
Daredevil for Black Benjamin.
I
What?
told Carson we would do this tomorrow night with him because he's going to be available, and Potsy's coming home too right now. Kat, you want? Since both of us have been having a shitty day, do you want to have a drink with me?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I've had a long ass day.
You stand up and walk off. I'll stand off and walk off, and we'll just leave Mark here and see how many people we retain until we come back.
Okay.
Mark, entertain.
Entertain, Mark.
All right.
Mark's gonna need to move though.
I'm gonna need to move.
Yeah.
Where am I moving?
Here, do you want to take her?
Who am I taking?
She's CP.
I'm taking.
Take
taking
the CP cat.
Oh wait, everybody's supposed to get off air so I can just sit here and
Well,
talk.
hey,
But
we're,
you know
we're
what?
taking
Whatever.
a shot.
We just got here, man.
Okay,
Oh,
well, I'm
What are we
gonna
supposed to do?
chat.
You're gonna take a shot. Hey, can you bring me one too?
No.
You guys can't take a shot.
Why?
Sober September.
He said we can take one.
That's against the
boss
fucking
man
rules.
said we could take one though.
Yeah.
It's like
Halfway through.
halfway through the month. Are you like, what kind of level of failure are you endorsing at this point?
It's only halfway
Dude.
through.
Dude, I'm trying to live a life,
I'm
Of
trying to hold you
intoxication.
accountable as a friend.
but okay. In my defense, Chad got me to agree to that when I was drunk.
That's true.
In my defense, Chad got you to agree to this when you were drunk. So you should probably watch how much you're drinking.
Oh, wait. Jeez.
Chad,
It's been a long week.
Chad,
Yeah.
if this
You
was
said no.
accountability crib and I was DDP, would I let you take this drink?
Right now, I'm taking it. I need this.
So long.
Damn.
Look, I tried.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna do sober October.
What?
Yeah, it rhymes. Why would you do sober September? It doesn't even. Where the fuck's that branding at?
Hey, Jason, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Drunktober.
Yeah, that's right.
October.
My house looks like
It
October.
was drunk timber.
I thought of Mrs. Fun the other day. I went
Really?
to Rollins and was just
You don't
staring at
want to
lefties.
lay on his lap. You want to be on my lap.
Right.
We
I
looking at?
think about Miss
Lefties.
all the time.
Hey, I want to play with the skull.
Mostly,
Chad, what
mostly
were you
late at
saying?
night when I'm deep in thought.
I said lefties.
Lefties. Oh shit.
I'm not allowed to drink, Chad.
What a dive!
Oh man. Yeah, it's like the only place left in Pittsburgh you can still smoke. Like no matter what, even during quarantine.
Well,
Jason, would you like to make a review of horror films?
Oh
throughout
man.
this month?
We can try, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm usually like don't do any of the horror stuff, and I'd love to do something if you guys are doing it.
Yeah,
we're
all
gonna
right.
do one. We're gonna draw names
Mhm.
for movies.
It's okay. We'll put Charlie
gonna-
Brown's The Great Pumpkin on there for you.
Oh,
Be
God.
good, Jason.
Nice.
Well, we are going to do the draft tomorrow night. So
The
we
Great
got
Blumpkin.
Drew-
I've seen that one.
We've got Drew's movies. What do you want your movies to be?
Yeah, you gotta pick 5 movies.
Shit.
I already stole 2 of yours from
Oh man.
the list. Well, I
Um,
can come up with other ones.
Yeah. I mean, whatever, dude.
I mean, they're all going in the randomizer. And we got to draw names.
My DS says my favorite found footage film is Troll Hunter.
Sure, the
that's
Troll
a-
Hunter on there.
It's a good movie.
Troll Hunter.
It's a good movie.
I think I
The
feel
best found footage film is what's it called?
Yes, would you want to?
Uh,
would you want to
That
watch
Max Landis movie.
The fourth
Chronicle.
kind.
Chronicles.
But that's not a horror movie.
Did you get a
No,
drink?
not
Chad?
really.
Oh,
No, he
sure.
wouldn't let me.
Oh, you got guilted.
Yeah.
How about American Werewolf in London? Let's put that on the list.
The original?
You can read all these.
Yeah, the original.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Gimme.
Why?
Cause.
Read the warnings first.
Should we put something stupid like Troll 2?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Is that still the world's worst movie, like rated?
No, I think
Have you ever seen Barn of the Blood Llama?
Mm-mm.
I think
It's
Santa
way
Claus.
worse than Troll 2. I can tell you that much.
I think it's Santa Claus Takes on the Martians. Is the worst of all time.
What about Thanksgiving? Is that on there?
Dude,
And she
don't
said-
you dare come near my turkey. Okay. That is my Thanksgiving movie.
How about Jack Frost?
Thanksgiving.
Shit.
Killing.
Dude, I
Well, three are my Thanksgiving movies. Do not mess.
Chad, you're not putting any fucking stupid like 800 headed
You
shark.
know what?
How about A Quiet Place? Put A Quiet Place on the list.
there you go. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
No headed shark
Right, dude.
movies.
You know what?
One
I
headed
was told this was my list, and I was allowed to do whatever I wanted with it.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
your list, and you're going to make somebody else watch a shitty movie at least once.
Chad, I've never seen Jack Frost, but I remember the VHS tape from like Blockbuster, and the back of it had like the snowman in the shower sex scene with a girl.
Oh, no,
It's
no,
so
no, no.
funny.
No. It's a shower rape scene. And
Oh
you
shit.
don't- You don't know where the carrot went.
Oh shit.
All that happened.
Jack Frost 2 has the most kills in any movie.
Which one?
Wouldn't you think the steam of the shower would have some sort of effect on a goddamn snowman?
That's what's so funny about it. It's hilarious because there's steam everywhere. too.
Thermodynamics be damned. We're going to get this rape scene in here.
I Spit on Your Grave.
Oh
Spit on
god.
you. Is that a horror movie?
What was
It's a revenge movie.
Yeah, what was the one where they went to the Paris catacombs and they end up in hell?
Oh,
As above, so
Yeah.
below. Good
That's pretty
movie.
cool.
It's a good
movie.
I like
movie.
that one.
As Above.
As above.
As
So
above,
below.
so below.
That was cool.
It's a good movie. Very good movie. 100% Dante's Inferno references throughout.
Yep.
It's
Did
fantastic.
you guys ever play Dante's Inferno on PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good God of War clone.
It's a good game, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
it was like the
PlayStation
only way to
5.
play God of War if you only had an Xbox.
I got the PS5 reservation yesterday, dude. I was stoked.
Carson did too. Did you do the $3.99 or the $4.99?
$4.99 because I got Criterion Blu-rays that I need playing.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason because
Yeah.
I bought all my games
These
are
big
digital.
dick swinging expensive, man.
No, all my games are
You
digital.
gotta
Like,
get that fucking Bentley of PlayStations. Comes with spinning rims,
right? It has a little blow dry distro.
ground effects.
Matt, what are you going with on this one? Are you gonna go PS5 or PS4? I mean PS. Never mind.
Xbox Series X.
You know, I'm gonna go with PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a PlayStation.
It's
girl.
all right. It's
I'm
an
really
inferior
proud of
controller.
PlayStation, dude. You know what? It's all about personal preferences, and 100%.
Yeah, and we don't understand why you like Mark either. But like we're talking about PlayStation.
Damn, Drew.
Sorry, Mark. It was there on the table. I had to snatch it up.
It's because you're
That's cold.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's cold, man.
Hey Jay, did you ever play?
Ice cold.
Did you guys ever play the Blair Witch game? Because Kat and I are going to download it and stream it.
Okay. Yeah, dude, let's play it.
I played an early Blair Witch game, but I haven't played this new one.
Is it like the Friday the 13th game where like one of you is the killer and have to find the other rest of them and kill them?
No, this
Friday the
one-
13th was awful.
It's just like the Blair Witch movie, and where you wait for something to happen and it never fucking does.
You just go and stand in the corner.
so
Well,
this
it
one-
was-
You know how you play the game is you occasionally tap the stick so it doesn't go idle and go offline.
there's a child.
You
There's a
walk in
child that's
circles
gone
and stare at a
missing.
wall.
You are a police officer. You go into the woods with your canine officer comrade or like your dog or whatever, and there's like so many different things, so many different choices you can make, and it all changes. But basically what I know is if you are mean to your dog, you're gonna die.
Hmm.
Is basically the whole thing. So you need to keep your puppers around and you need to be good to your puppers, basically, which is a good rule of thumb to live by anyway. But
Sure.
from what I know is you need to keep the puppers around.
That's funny.
Okay.
It's all about the puppers.
Good tip.
You got to keep the dog around?
Like you want to be good to the dog because
Like
if
warns
you're
you
mean to
against
the dog,
danger or
like,
something.
everything goes bad.
Watsy's going to be jumping on here in a second too.
Nice.
Ooh,
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go
not to be judgmental, but Potsy doesn't seem like much of a jumper.
We got Chris Barrett still in the chat saying Plan 9 from Outer Space.
I
William,
see Lion Den's in the chat.
yeah, he says hi. I'm gay. That's cool. We don't judge here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is I'm thinking of ending things out yet? That trailer looks insane.
I'm thinking it is.
Is Lion Den's? Is that Spider-Man shooting webs? Right, given the Hulk a web facial, because that is pretty gay.
That's what he said. I mean, that's so funny. He says like every time.
That's the funny thing. He's just taking it.
He says
Yeah.
like every time he's in the chat too. It's like every time we see Lion Den. It's like all right.
Well,
Well,
you know, we all have our proclivities.
Yeah.
Look, well, I might not understand why you're gay, Lion Den, but
Oh,
I also
dude.
don't understand why Cat likes Mark. So there's
what's
a
that?
lot
Yeah.
of things that we don't get around here.
How
Yeah,
was
it says, I'm thinking of the ending things on Netflix.
How was it, dude? Let me know how it was. Is it good? Recommend? Yes, no?
Is this a horror film?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a psychological thriller. Watch the trailer, dude.
What's
It
it called?
looks depressing.
Is it about suicide?
It looks like it.
No, I think
I don't want to
think
watch
has-
it, man.
I think
I'll
it
get ideas. I don't
I think
want
it has something to do with like psychics and something in a small town. Is what I'm thinking.
I don't like to
know.
watch shows about
Go
suicide,
with
man.
her,
I'm already on the brink.
It's like this
kinda-
woman that goes to like date. She's dating this guy, and he's like really in love with her, and they're gonna go on a road trip to meet his parents. And then they get there, it's some small ass town, and her parents are super creepy, and they have this weird music playing in the background. And I don't want to ruin the rest of the trailer for you, but it's worth watching.
What's the other
Did you
movie?
see Midsummer?
I have it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay,
What's the other movie by the guy
Have you
that
watched
did
it?
it's like A24.
What's that?
That's the studio that made it.
the scissor
A24?
movie? With the ones where everybody had the scissors?
Oh, that
Edward
sounds familiar.
Scissorhands.
No, from Key and Peele guy did it.
Get Out.
No,
Us.
it was. Yeah.
Oh, Us.
Us.
Is that any good?
I heard that's good.
I don't know.
Yeah, put it on the list.
Put it
Yeah,
on
put it
the
on the list. It's going on the
Put,
list.
what was the one Drew said? Midsummer. Put that one on the list too.
Midsummer. Yeah,
Midsummer?
Midsummer.
Do I have to?
Did you see it?
Did you not like it?
No, it's not that it's a bad movie. It's just You're
It's all
dealing
mood
with,
and
like,
intellectual shit, right?
it's all mood and it's like
That's why I felt about.
drugs and it's like this whole thing and like
I don't.
there's a moment in it where she finds out like her boyfriend cheated on her and like her heart's broken and she's like screaming and then it's like everyone's on all these drugs and everything and they're like
All right. How many of these movies do we have written down so far, Chad?
it's weird.
We've got the boy 1,
Put
2,
Mandy
3,
on there
4,
instead.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, so we need 15 more.
Cat, that's how I felt about.
Well, we got to keep 5, so we only need
What?
10. We got to keep 5 for Carson.
For Carson. Okay.
That's how you felt about what?
the witch, the Vivitch.
Oh,
You guys were saying you loved it, but I thought it was like so boring. I was expecting a horror movie. I didn't expect a drama, and I was just like, oh my god, what is going to happen?
He doesn't want his sister to go. And it's like all this stuff's going on.
The coolest movie for me was like the last like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, okay, well now it's good, but like,
So,
it's-
DS is Antichrist. DS, do you want to do this with us too, man?
yeah, dude, tell us, dude, jump in here, man.
I
Okay,
would love it if he came on, man.
can we put Haunt on there?
Wait, I heard The Lighthouse is a horror movie.
Is it
Is it?
Well, it's classified as a horror,
really?
and it's got
I didn't see it. I would watch it.
Okay.
and William Dafoe in it.
Willem.
Willem Dafoe. And Robert Pattinson. I think that. Oh, you
I
know
have
what?
that too. I have it too. I'd never watched it. 'cause
Willem
I know
Dafoe?
It has, like,
I think he will.
it has like an animal killing scene.
I'd
and,
want
like,
to add
it's not-
Twilight to this for Cat.
No, it's
No.
not a horror movie.
I think I'm gonna resign from this.
Chris Barrett, Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer, is not a horror
It's
movie.
not a horror
Nope.
movie,
It's
but it's
not.
a fun movie.
DS says Lighthouse has a cool, creepy vibe, but never really develops fully. This dude, I mean, DS must watch a lot of horror.
I heard that.
Heart R.
What was that movie? It just came out. It didn't come out that long ago. It's about people who go to this is it Cure for Wellness? Is that
DS,
what I'm talking about? Cure for Wellness?
let me ask this.
Is that a horror
Yeah.
movie? Would you consider that a horror
I'll give
movie?
you a link. Would you want to come on? Because you seem like this is your wheelhouse, and we could use some tutelage. I just asked Jason because he always wears black clothes, and I figured he'd be.
He was like, Jason likes Satan. He must know a lot about horror movies.
Yeah. I would. Just each time I try to talk, I get cut off.
That's how I am all the time, Jason.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna make Jason. Well, Jason, I'm gonna give you the floor because I'm gonna make you a intro video.
There was this like older black and white one called Horror Hotel. I hear it's really good. You can watch it for free on YouTube, I think. And there's another one. House of the Devil was another classic. And there was one that came out. I want to say in the 2000s, but it had like a VHS release, and it looked like an 80s film the way they filmed it. And that one, man, I wish I could remember the name of that. It was like this girl that takes a babysitting job, and like there ends up being like a cult upstairs, and they kidnap people. Let me look up that one up. I want to put that one on the list.
Chad, put Cure for Wellness.
What's
Cure
the
for Wellness on the list.
what's under this? DS is Under the Skin is a effed up movie.
Oh,
House of the Devil.
I know what that one is. It's that weird one where she's like an alien or something, and like she keeps getting these guys to come back to her place, and like they think they're gonna get laid, but they actually like meld into the house. It's weird because it's actually like a ship or something.
Blob World says April Fools.
House of the Devil. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
be down to watch that.
Kat, did you see this?
Under Skin,
No, House of the Devil.
House of the Devil. It sounds familiar. Give me a couple.
Yeah, put House of the Devil on the list. Put A Cure for Wellness on the list. Let my dogs cry and let him in the room on the list.
We might as well give Carson. You know what?
Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. Put Host on the list. It came out this year. It's through Zoom. It was all filmed through Zoom. and they're constantly referring back to quarantine and all that, and they do a seance through a Zoom call.
Is it like what was one where they have like the Facebook interactions in the Facebook horror movie? There's two of them.
I mean, unfriended.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Unfriended.
No, because this one, like, so yeah, it's got like the unpleasant cast that you're supposed to hate and everything.
Okay.
But like this one, I'd say they did a bit more with like the
Conjuring.
practical effects in this one.
I heard Creep with Mark Duplass is really good.
We'll put that there too under host.
Dude, Creep and Creep 2 are
I put
fantastic.
April Fools on there too. Lion Den says, I have a snuff film I made if you want to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, send it over.
Send us a link.
Gosh.
Chris Barrett got scared by The Conjuring.
Of course he did.
No, it's not snapping. It's,
No. There's
Oh, so
snapping
yeah, says, yeah,
together.
both Creep movies are good.
Are those
Creep and Creep 2 are fantastic.
Well, I never saw Hereditary. Was that good?
It's sad.
What about The Greasy Strangler? Is that a horror movie?
It's like a spoof film, right?
I don't think it's a spoof. I think it's a guy who gets greased up and strangles people. If it's a horror movie, you're putting it on the list. I want to hear Carson's review of The Greasy Strangler.
Jay,
Did you ever see The Devil Rides Out with Christopher Lee?
No.
no, The Devil Rides what? Out?
The Devil Rides Out. Yeah, that's on. Should be on YouTube for free. It's just like an older, like 70s horror film. Man, I feel like there was something else I wanted to suggest. That was 68, actually, 1968.
That Dracula series?
Yeah, put The Greasy Strangler on the list. It's got the greatest trailer in the history of films.
There was the one on HBO, like when I was a kid, it was called The Breather. It follows. Kat hates that movie.
It's a piece of shit.
Is it about you when you fall asleep on the call, Chad?
It Follows is about an STD. I'm going to spoil it for everyone. It's a fucking STD. 100%.
That's
I don't
funny.
care what anyone says. Like,
Oh,
spirit.
Bob World says
Yeah,
The Ring,
Follows.
right?
yeah, It Follows is an STD. Yeah,
It's an STD.
yeah.
Yeah. Bob World
I love-
says
I
The
love It
Ring.
Follows.
When The Ring came out,
Keeps on giving.
I rented The Ring, right? And then like I put the DVD in and I'm watching it and I fell asleep. Dude, the DVD menu for The Ring that it goes to is like the fucking video. Right? So I woke up watching the fuck. I was like, oh, Jesus, you're gonna fuck me up for a day and a half.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've never seen the Ring movies. Did you guys like It Follows?
I did not see it.
I love that movie. I think it's the soundtrack that makes it. The
Is it
soundtrack
about
is
herpes?
Something. There was a movie that was French. What the fuck? High Tension.
I don't think I saw it. No, I never saw it.
Cat.
I don't watch a lot of French cinema.
No, it's good. High Tension's really good. Did you ever see that, Cat?
What?
high
I'm
tension?
sorry. I'm sorry. I zoned out. What?
Why?
Because
bored.
she's bored. Chad, what do we have on the list so far? Let's read down the list.
Okay, we've got Under the Skin, Cure for Wellness, April Fools, House of Dead, Host, Creep 1 and 2, Devil Rides Out, It Follows, The Void, Chud, Super Student Bodies 1981, Witch, Antichrist, Saw, Alien, Get Out, Drag Me to Hell, Don't Breathe, Blair Witch Project, Troll House, American
Troll
Werewolf.
Hunt.
Troll House. It's Troll Hunter and House.
Oh, Troll Hunter.
House.
American Werewolf in London, Jack Frost 1 and 2, As Above, So Below, Us, Antichrist something. I didn't really get the whole thing on that one.
So, I just have one little thing.
Greasy
Jack-
Strangler.
Jack Frost 1 and 2, aren't those like more so like Christmas movies?
Yeah, let's put that on Christmas. I think good call.
Just saying. I love
Gremlins is a
Jack
Christmas
Frost.
movie too. So
Gremlins is a Christmas
I
movie.
love
it's the
Gremlins.
Christmassiest of
Gremlins.
That's
Christmas
my
movies.
favorite. That's my favorite.
It's the
Gremlins.
only movie that is more a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's my favorite Christmas movie.
It goes Gremlins, Die Hard,
Did
everything else.
you guys notice there's not one Stephen King movie on this
Because
list?
Stephen King sucks, bro.
Stephen
Like I'm
King,
gonna put it out there right
a lot
now.
of his movies can get boring.
Hey,
they get
because
a
his
little too much.
writing style is terrible and boring.
I want a snuff film too. Does
Oh,
anybody know how to get their hands on that snuff film?
Yeah, call Lion Den.
There's something wrong with you.
Mark, there we're gonna give you a silent film to review.
Does it have an organ player?
You're not gonna talk. You're just gonna go. DS says rare exports is a foreign horror film
Horror.
about Santa Claus being a monster.
Horror film.
Oh, there's a
Isn't
lot.
what's the Krampus? Isn't that a horror
Krampus.
movie?
Krampus.
Christmas monster.
Krampus is I'm surprised Kat hasn't said like Megalopolis versus
No, I have a list of movies that I thought were more like horror and like Halloween esque,
okay.
and like I'm just kind of like,
You're holding off.
I'm looking at your list. I'm like, I'm not seeing horror. I'm not seeing scary. And I'm not seeing Halloween. But okay,
Anybody see Suspiria from the 70s?
What is it?
dude, that's a
Hysteria?
weird movie. It's a beautiful film.
They made a new one, but I didn't see the new one. The old one, I vaguely remember.
The new one's too dark.
I heard the new one sucks, but the old one is
It's too
good.
dark. Okay, so what made Suspiria so successful
Wait, I'll be back.
is the color
Soundtrack.
tones
Okay.
throughout. Well, the soundtrack, yes, but like the color palette throughout the entire film, and that's a big thing. That's a big reason why I love Mandy so much.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a beautiful film to look at,
Mm.
and throughout
Was
the
Mandy good? I haven't had a chance to see that yet.
I like it.
Mandy is
haven't seen it
fantastic,
either.
dude. It's
Don't I-
fantastic.
I'll wait till you watch it, Drew, because I'd like to talk about that movie.
I'm gonna put it on the list.
Dude, first time I watched it, I was very drunk, and it was a very fun ride. I'm just
I
saying.
just really want Carson to
You know, I
review the
still
Greasy
get-
Strangler.
We own it on Blu-ray and it's on Shutter, so I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah, get it together, Mark.
Get it together, Mark.
Fine.
Even Drew's saying get it together. Get it together.
I wish we like. Here's where it is, and here's where we need it. Okay.
Are we still pissing on dicks here?
DS is
Don't you dare piss on my dick, Mark.
we'll make
Okay.
out a t-shirt.
So Carson's not here, but I know he wants to put some phantasms on there. So I think we should.
I was going to say, was Phantasm good?
It was fantastic.
Phantasm's
It was
fun. Those are fun. movies.
Are you talking DC fandom?
No,
No,
Phantasm.
Phantasm.
What's it
So,
about?
like-
Is it about a ball with like a switchblade?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Cat
there's
balls.
also
They're
like, the
flying
dreams.
murder balls
then
that
they-
come at you
they
and try
actually
to
blow
kill
up
people. That's the best way to
barracudas.
describe it. And then
Right.
there's a tall man that's
Mark,
trying to kill you.
does anybody notice that Mark just says shit and he just like randomly said fucking barracuda?
Yes,
No,
they
no,
blow up
no.
barracudas and
They blow up the
Phantasm.
What
car.
is wrong with you?
It's a Hemi.
Did you do a lot of drugs in Alaska?
Oh my god, no.
Okay. I
Why?
would.
Hey, Jason, did you watch Satanic Panic?
Yes.
I saw the documentary about Satanic Panic, but I've never seen a movie called Satanic
No, it's
Panic.
got Rebecca Romaine and Jerry O'Connell in it.
Is there anything that we can like watch that like is borderline illegal?
Yeah, Lion Den snuff film.
Be like
I would say Cannibal Holocaust has been outlawed all over the place, but it's like that's kind of one of those films you see it, you either love it, or you hate it, and I'm just kind of like, I've seen it, I don't need to see it again.
I'm gonna
A
throw
Serbian film.
I'm gonna throw JD and JD into this
Okay.
group so we can add some more videos.
Hey, Kat.
August.
We can only do 31 if we're doing one a day, man. There's only
Well,
31
we
days
might
in
be able to,
October.
like we might add more people. We
If
can
you're
do
looking for a
60.
film that's kind of
Why
like
would
August
let's,
Underground.
you're overreaching, Chad.
Oh, you're probably right.
I'm always right.
We should review.
It's about time you recognized it.
Potsy's watching us. He's in McDonald's right now. He'll be here because he wants to talk about. He writes scary stuff.
Want to talk about quarter pounders?
quarter pounders, and
Triple cheese.
So,
Yeah, that's where I went to dinner. Golden Arches.
Chad,
yeah,
That
I
Travis
don't want
Scott.
to give up my list at all, but I'm a little disappointed in you.
I wanted snuff films, and Lion Den has to come through on a snuff film.
I am so disappointed. Do you want to know why?
Wait. What's that? Cannibal Holocaust. They actually investigated him for
Yeah.
actual murder. Cause
Yeah, he actually had to bring the actors out.
why aren't we watching that? How can we get a hold of that?
It's on Shutter, dude. It's one of the
okay.
most like.
All right, put it on the list.
Listen to me when I talk. Some points.
Two brothers.
Two brothers.
Two brothers.
Ease me out.
Triple cheese.
What up?
Oh, where did it
Are
go?
we going to have something
Where did it go?
with karate?
Somebody
So,
erase it.
Cat.
Oh,
Cat.
no, there it is.
Hey, we're best friends. Let's do karate in the garage.
That was the scariest fucking thing I heard. All
Yes.
We got a super chat from our friends, Two Brothers. That's going to go to the Hero Initiative, and for that we thank you.
Hey, we're best friends. Let's do karate in the garage.
Bestgore.com has all the snuff films you'll ever need. Don't blame me after you watch and can't sleep though. Oh,
Cat, did you ever see Manos in the Hands of Fate?
Man,
Was that good?
It's a fate.
It's like a
Man-
60s one.
man.
Manos Hands of Fate is known as one of the worst films
Really?
ever made. Yes.
What about like older stuff like Black Sabbath and Black Sunday, Horror Hotel?
Let me go get a burger. I'll be right back.
I'm not sure if anyone's seen any of that stuff or if that was good or not.
Are you going to call us from the drive-through chat?
Horror Hotel's pretty fun at
Or are you
times.
just going to roll out?
One that I think everyone should be looking at that no one ever talks about.
Mhm.
Motel Hell.
Motel Hell.
It's from the same creative team as Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
And the tagline for it is "It takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters."
I
And
know-
like it starts out, there's an accident, and it's this like couple or whatever. The guy dies, and this guy just takes this girl in, and he buries her boyfriend or whatever basically like in his garden. And when the cops get there, instead of saying like, hey, you know, you're not allowed to like bury this guy, he could have gone to a hospital maybe, or maybe you should take her to a hospital, he's like, no, I'm just gonna take her in, she won't be any problem at all. It's like, dude, you're basically kidnapping this woman and everyone's chill with it. But like it's so weird. And yeah, they're making people into fritters.
What about Critters? I never saw Critters.
Oh, critters are fun.
It's a classic. It's kind of funny though, like Gremlins, though. Is it?
It's fun.
It seems like it would have a Gremlins vibe to it.
Okay, so like
Wow.
there's a lot of movies. Yeah, that's a fun movie. That's a very fun movie. But
Wow.
there's
I
a lot
pulled
of-
up a screen grab from that movie as well. We're going to go ahead and take a look.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's a fun movie.
Does that mean we should put Tucker and Dale versus Evil on there?
But so Critters is in the same realm as like Ghoulies, where it's kind of
Okay.
like the Gremlins, kind of like echelon slash
Crimi-
off
cri-
slash
wait,
whatever.
wait, wait.
But like it's
Nothing is in the same league as Gremlins
no.
when it
okay,
comes to
gotta let me finish what
puppeteering
I'm saying.
little
gotta-
critters.
Okay, you gotta let me finish what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Okay, when Gremlins came out, everyone saw dollar signs, and everyone's like, you know what? We're gonna have our own little like furry thing running around, little critter, all this and that, and everyone did it. And some films were very successful doing it. Others, you get ghoulies in toilets. I'm just saying.
They get you in the end.
Hey, Carson.
Yes, they do.
What's up, Chad?
Wait, let's just end the broadcast on that note. It doesn't get better.
Sounds like a good idea. Yeah. I got home. I saw you guys were assigning all the movies before I could even get my say.
No, we're not.
No, we're not assigning them. We were just
Oh.
we were
They're just
forgot.
we were populating a list.
And I'm making
I
fun.
heard Kat got my back
Or-
with Phantasm. I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
really like Cantu's pick of Suspiria, though. That's a great
Yes.
pick.
Nice.
The original one.
And I was going to put City of the Dead on there, a little bit of Fulci.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then actually, The Beyond's
I think-
not bad
I
either.
think that's
Maybe
when I-
Beyond's better.
That's when I suggested City of the Dead. I said Horror Hotel was like its other name.
Oh yeah, all those Italian movies have like 3 names: Zombie, Day of the Dead 2, Day of the Dead -1, however that goes. So, what's everybody's picks of the week?
We went past that. Okay, we're so far past that.
Yeah, I didn't read
Beautiful
anything.
Alex Ross storm cover
But,
right here, bud.
Not
Picked up
bad.
Heavy Metal 300.
Nice. I got one of those there. Oh yeah, I got that Fugitoid.
Pretty movies. Let's throw Sleepy Hollow on there.
That's
I never saw that one.
Yeah,
You
let's
know
not.
what? The majority of our list isn't horror. Okay.
What are you talking about?
The majority of that list ain't horror, sweetheart.
Like what?
Really?
Name one. Name one that's not horror.
I'm just gonna jump off now.
Gremlins Christmas.
I
It's
Well, we
already
didn't put
gone
Gremlins
here.
on the list.
No,
You're ashamed to leave.
Greasy Strangler, Midsummer. What the hell?
She left.
Really?
Yeah. What is that about?
Well, happy holidays, guys.
She's back. She's back. Carson,
You made Carson leave with your shenanigans.
You made Carson leave with your shenanigans.
Look, Jason's off screen now. Carson
You're
left.
just upset.
Did Carson really leave?
Carson's a national
Yeah.
treasure.
He used to be a national treasure until Kat ran him off.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Come on back, buddy.
We're waiting for Carson to come
It's
back.
okay. I like Carson more anyway. I
What?
wasn't talking about you, dumbass.
You like him more than all of us? God dang it.
I mean, it's pretty clear everybody likes Carson more than they like us, Chad.
Honestly,
So it's just-
it's okay.
we like Carson more than we like ourselves. So there.
True. Yeah, my battery was dying. I had to get the charger.
It's okay, buddy.
God, Chase Carson.
You missed Carson leaving because
Oh, I got that.
Cat-
Oh, you got
Cat
the
made him.
cold brew, didn't you? You like it?
Yeah, it's the coffee morning cold brew. Yeah, it's pretty good. I prefer the regular though.
all right,
Yeah.
Chad. How many movies we got, bud?
Horror Hotel as about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33,
All
34.
right, we need to start cutting off this list because there's
No,
only 31 days.
Carson's 5 takes precedence. So
That's fine. How about we forward the list to Carson and
Well,
we
he's
let him
been
add and
part of
delete at leisure?
we asked him to be on a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he can make the final call on what's on and what's off.
Yeah, because Carson's a national treasure.
It's true.
I mean,
Carson's everyone's favorite.
I mean, it's the nation of Zimbabwe, but
So
a
the plan
national
is
treasure
are you
nonetheless.
talking to Carson right now?
No,
Kat, are you talking to Carson right now?
Don't worry about it.
maybe.
Oh my God.
so the plan is we're all going to watch 5 horror movies each, randomly picked. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll assign you the movie.
Right on.
You'll be drafted,
I'll be right back. I need to-
and then you have to make 5 separate reviews, which will then be revealed daily on the Comic Core,
Oh boy.
on the Horror Core.
All right.
Horror Core. All right, guys. All right, Carson left. Chad left.
Mm-mm-mm.
Cat's
Yeah.
texting.
Drew, we should have took over. We should have did an hour before Andy's show yesterday.
I would have totally did that if I wasn't sleeping.
Me too.
Yeah.
What about 28 days later?
All right. Kat told me I had to come back.
I did.
Yeah, you're back now. Chad left.
All right. Where are we at here? We got to edit out some.
We've
movies.
got dude, he said he's got 32, 34, 35 movies.
He
I'm like,
does know
that's too
there's
many.
31 days in a month, right?
I've said this several times, Carson. We've needed you here.
We're doing this off the lunar calendar.
Where the hell were you? We needed you.
I got bills to pay, man.
I zoned
Oh.
out.
I heard that.
I'm not gonna lie. I lost interest.
They broke sober October
So
or sober September.
the list was so bad.
No.
let's
You
just
didn't?
recap this. The list
No.
was so bad.
Chad
No.
did.
Cat, an avid horror
Sure I did.
fan, stopped paying attention.
Yes.
This is a terrible list. Good God.
It's a
all
good
your
fucking list of movies, Carson. It's a
Holy
good list
crap.
of movies.
It's a boring list.
The dog is crying in the background, guys.
There weren't
Yeah,
enough
14
B
grade.
shark movies on the
Yeah.
list.
You
for
know, I
Cat's
don't
Love.
have any shark movies on my list.
Like Rubber or something, or the murder
actually
I
tire.
want to watch
Rubber.
freaking Flubber with
That's
Robin
a funny
Williams.
movie.
Yeah, let's watch Flubber.
That's a great horror movie. Flubber.
Have you guys ever seen the edit of Flubber that makes it into a horror movie? It's
The trailer. I saw the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's funny.
William
I
Bird
know.
in the chat says Red State. That actually was not halfway decent pick there. I kind of like Red State. Don't know if it's a Halloween style movie, but it can be argued for sure. And we got DS Comics says John dies at the end. Chris Barrett says Cinema Core. Yeah, we gotta love those movies. And Chris Barrett once again. There's no Stephen King.
That's
Sure
good.
isn't.
It's a good thing.
The Shining. That's a good one.
The Shinnin.
The best
Hey,
movie
Carson,
based on a
1-8.
Stephen King property is Shawshank Redemption.
Carson, how was Doctor? What was it, Doctor?
Dr. Sleep.
Yeah,
It wasn't too. It would have been better if it didn't try to be a sequel to The Shining.
Mm.
Like
I bought.
it's actually a halfway decent movie up until somehow like you could just see like the director and Stephen King was literally pushing them into the Shining Hotel at the end. It's kind of ridiculous.
really.
I did actually enjoy the movie for the most part, though.
I bought it. I still never watched it. I watched
Yeah.
like the first 2 minutes, and I was like, I'll go back to it later.
I mean, if you are into like Stephen King stuff and The Shining and the Kubrick stuff, like it's definitely worth watching once. I will say this, like the best thing about being a sequel to The Shining is they redo a lot of the original score for that final part of the movie. So it sounds beautiful, like just that dun dun dun. Like it sounds really awesome with like the full like orchestra doing it this time instead of the synth. I mean, I love the synth sound from 1980, but you know, just the new updated sound sounds great too.
That's sick.
I just imagine the day that they're like, we are going to get an orchestra, and he's like, no, just wait till you hear this synth. And they were like, oh my god, that blows my mind.
Speaking of synth,
Gotta
do we
use
have
the
any-
synth.
speaking of synth, do we have any John Carpenter movies on there?
Ooh, I don't think we do.
Didn't I suggest like it's I don't know, it's not Carpenter, but like Hell Comes to Frogtown that was on Shudder. But
What about
They Live would
Lawnmower
always be a
Man?
good one. Speaking of Piper,
Continue to go.
They Live.
oh yeah, I don't know if it's on streaming. I haven't looked up that.
It's
but-
on Hulu, I believe.
Is it on Hulu? I say, yeah, throw They Live on there. That's always a good one.
Oh, Kat, did you ever see They Live?
She zoned out.
She sleeps.
Somebody get a stick.
How do you get a cat's attention?
I'm only paying attention because Carson's talking.
Name your favorite Carpenter movie, and it's going on the list. I feel like Carpenter's essential to this.
Halloween.
Okay, there you go. It's on Shudder. Boom, done.
It is.
The Rob Zombie version?
Halloween, no, it's Halloween original, then Halloween 4 and 5, the Jamie Lloyd era.
Wait.
Yes.
Wasn't what was 3? 3 was Season of the Witch, right?
Yes,
Best one. Haunted Masks.
I still don't
Come
give that
on.
movie any credit. Everyone else wants to.
Um,
They're like, oh, it's gotten better. It'd be better. I was like, I still don't care too much.
It's
for it.
fucking
Uh,
terrible.
Adkin was good at it, but
Out?
yeah.
No, it's
That movie's
weird.
awful.
It's weird as shit.
Yeah.
It's weird as shit. The fact that you've got like this young girl hooking up with this guy who's basically her dad's age, especially if
Yeah.
he's, like and she's looking for her dad, and it's just really weird.
Yeah, your protagonists are even messed up people in that one. I still wouldn't mind seeing The Devil's Rejects. That one was on Hulu.
Oh,
I
that's a
think. I don't think that
fantastic
was-
I'm gonna add that because I never saw that one.
Yeah, me either.
Really? It's
The-
not really a
It's on one
horror
of the
movie.
streaming services.
The only Rob Zombie movie I like is the one that everyone hates. It was the one I think after Devil's Rejects with the record player that had like the
Yeah.
Voodoo song on it.
Corpses. Or
I think
something?
that one was first.
Yeah, that's
House
the
of a
first one.
Thousand Corpses is first, then it's Devil's Rejects, then it's Three from Hell.
Exactly.
No, before Three from Hell. Before Three from Hell, there was a. I mean, that's
Oh,
the
really?
trilogy, but I mean, it's a Rob Zombie film. But yeah, that is the trilogy order of those movies. Salem's something, I think.
Oh, it was the one with
Oh,
his hot wife. Like it's Rob Zombie like makes movies to let you know that his annoying hot wife is super hot.
I thought that movie was just extremely average for him. I
What's
watched
her,
it one
what's her
time.
name?
Yeah.
Much for me, like Sherry Moon Zombie.
Sherry Moon
Yeah,
Zombie.
Sherry
yeah,
Moon, yeah, dude, she is hot as she is annoying.
Yeah, Carson. For me, for that movie, I feel like it's the first time he like just discovered Velvet Underground, and he's like, "All right, I got to go like full '60s mode on this." And he already loved the '60s like horror.
I
stuff,
could tell you that
Yeah.
he discovered the Velvet Underground a very, very long time ago. If you listen to his music, it's very much inspired by the Velvet Underground. That guy's crazy. I love that. I love Rob Zombie, and I like everything he does pretty much. I think the Tom Papa cartoon movie he did, that was fucking great.
Yeah, DS says Rob Zombie's a big fan of pre-code horror, which inspires a lot of his music and art in movies. Yeah, I think I've actually heard him talk about that before. I can't remember when, but yeah, absolutely, you can tell that.
Yeah, I think he's also likes cocaine.
So we got our list ready for approval and denial tomorrow then?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
I, dang it. I'm trying to.
What's wrong now, Chad?
I had something for Carson.
Cat, when you said Pumpkinhead, I always think of Jim Carrey with the bowl cut and says, "You pumpkin pie haircutted freak."
What is everybody's like all-time favorite horror film?
Probably Dawn of the Dead original.
I don't really like horror movies.
You don't? What do you like, comedies and chick flicks?
I mean, yeah, romantic comedies have a lot more to be scared about than horror movies do. I mean, I realize that ghosts aren't real, but like commitment, that's
That's a real thing.
that's
Scary shit.
look, too real, folks. Too real for Drew Manchu over here. No, I just I like suspense movies more than I like horror movies. Because like, if the suspense is really well done, then that's something that'll like kind of grab you and drag you through emotionally. Whereas like horror movies for me, for the most part, don't scare me. So that I don't like if they were scarier, yeah. Like something has to genuinely disturb me. Like, have you guys seen the movie Gone Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, where she like fakes her death and pins it on him. Like that's the scariest shit I think I've ever heard of, because my ex-wife would have done that if she was smart enough. She would have done that to me.
Dude, I was in college and I was doing this. Oh, sorry. I was doing a summer like I was working in the summer and I was like me and this dude were repoing furniture for one of the rental companies. And
Did you just kick in the door and like say, "Give me your couch"?
no, like we would go super early in the morning and knock on the door, and like little kids would answer because their parents were like on drugs and upstairs, and we'd be like, "Hey, where's your parents?" They're like, "They're sleeping," and we're like, "Well, we're taking that TV." And like, "It's my birthday." I'm like, "I'm sorry." And then we would try to run
I
it quick.
don't care. It's your birthday. You know I don't care.
And some dude one time came out and he said it was me and this other guy. This other guy looked like Ruben Studdard, and he was like, he hollered at me. He goes, "You Clay Aiken wannabe?"
Do you really want to be Clay Aiken?
No, but it was
Yeah, he does.
it was a comparison, dude. It was anyway.
That's how fat and black this other dude was. Is you look skinny enough to be Clay Aiken?
Yeah,
They're like the number 10 walking around the street.
and like I have a bull mastiff video of a Chihuahua. Well, I don't even know what the point of the story was.
Nope.
No one knows the point of that
Your
story.
story started
Anywho, back to the original topic. We're talking about people's all-time favorite horror movies.
Did we put the stuff on there?
No.
Dude, I
He
love
has
the
been
stuff.
laying down,
Like,
Write down the stuff.
Lions Dead said that he had
Oh God.
he had a snuff film.
no.
Hey Carson, we have intros now. Did you see them?
Oh really?
Yeah, and you got one too.
Really?
Show Carson's.
Yeah. Well, it's rendering.
Triple Carson.
It's rendering.
All
Yeah.
the Carsons.
Carson, you've got one too. As soon as it's done ready.
You got one
That
on
one's new.
Sunday.
You just don't get to see it.
It's all
God.
here's here's
That's
Two Man
solid.
2.
Crash. Bing.
And then here's
I love how there's
and
one
Mark,
little-
Yeah, I like the and mark at the bottom. That's perfect.
he's buried under the casket.
I like to think it's like a Burns and Smithers casket, where like you remember that Simpsons like Burns in the casket has a box about this big for Smithers at the bottom, like near his feet.
it's awesome.
What about yours,
Jason-
Dad? Where's your intro?
I don't have one.
Why not? Who
Make
makes
one.
intros?
Because he's so selfless, he's been making all.
Make an intro.
If yours would hurry up and render, he could make one for himself. But
Way to make Carson feel bad, Drew.
Carson's is
I don't know if I
Carson's,
can do that. I tried.
Carson's could be the best.
Carson's should
Hard to
be
beat
the best.
that Cat Ren one. That was pretty
That was
awesome.
hilarious. And Mark.
Jason's is getting one.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
This is rendering as well.
It is.
That should be a new horror movie. The rendering,
The rendering.
the buffering.
Upload.
You know, one movie I definitely will watch again this year is the new Halloween because I've only seen that the one time in the theaters. Yeah, the 2018 one. So I
Same.
definitely want to see that again this year.
It pissed me. That movie pissed me off to end there. It just became like a, I don't know.
And then he just goes,
Just Batista. Oh, I wish I had that gif of Batista doing the thumbs up to Triple H and Flair. Like he's getting ready to sign the contract. They turn to Flair's like, no. And he's just so-
That's great.
Oh, good call.
I think
Thumbs up, Chad. That was cool.
I think my favorite horror movie might be Event Horizon because when I saw it, it was in middle school. My friend and I snuck into the theater. We weren't supposed to be there with his older brother, and it was like one of the first movies I saw in the theater that I was actually scared. And ever since then, like it's kind of like been in my head. It was like still kind of even now rewatching. It's like it's still kind of scary, just good for its disturbing and jumping things. But I guess, but like
The original, I would say the original Pet Cemetery too.
The original Pet Cemetery?
I want to play with you.
No, I just thought the ghost with the head fucked with me.
I liked Event Horizon. I thought that like it started off as a really good sci-fi movie, and like at a certain point, it just kind of like, nope, portal to hell, and like whoa, okay,
yeah. I feel like that's how Predator movies kind of are sometimes.
right.
It's like we're some movie and all of a sudden a Predator shows up. You're like, oh shit, and it changes the whole thing.
The best
I'm
Predator,
still waiting for the Predators to show up on Riverdale.
Oh,
the best
Still
Predator movie was that Batman fan film.
oh yeah, that was fun.
I like to catch a
Potsy?
predator.
What's up, Potsy?
What's going on,
Speaking of to
everybody?
catch a predator, Potsy's here.
Got him. That's
Something
great.
wrong with you, Drew.
I'm sorry, Potsy. I'm sorry.
What is
Potsy has
going
the-
on, everybody?
Potsy has the livest show on Monday nights.
Oh yeah, I live for that show. That's my favorite. As soon as I get done with Modern Men and like get cleaned up after that show, I'm like, oh, I gotta hear what happened on Raw and who's there to let me know what happened on Raw each and every Monday, and that's Potsy and Tino's show over on Potsy's YouTube channel. You're literally my only coverage of Raw.
Potsy,
Yeah, I don't
that's
watch
where you say thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
I don't watch. I don't even read the dirt.
Can you hear us, Potsy?
Potsy.
Oh, he's giving us the ones up.
I'm hearing like 7 different things going on. So
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of how
It's
strange.
basically the core.
hold on.
Here's a-
Is that better? Things going on. So
You
now,
got,
now we hear an echo.
now you got an echo.
I think you got your YouTube feed going still.
Turn your YouTube feed off.
Yeah, you got to close YouTube.
Yes.
There
All
you
right. I did it. Thank you. Sorry. I'm going to put the headset back on now. Carson, thank you for such the for the great intro. Drew, not so much from you.
Hey, I do what I do.
I was gonna say, did you catch the part where Drew said Predator? That's great.
All right, I think I'm going to go here.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, what's
I was watching and listening on YouTube, and Chad was kind enough to send me an invite. So, we're talking about favorite horror films, right?
Yes.
What's your
So,
favorite?
so I wrote in the chat that my favorite is Roger Corman's The Nest. Has anyone ever actually seen it?
Mm-mm.
I don't think I've seen The Nest.
The only Corman movie I think I've actually seen is that Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what to expect from The Nest, by the way. No, interestingly enough, it's a movie where, like, for whatever reason, roaches start like biting people and growing inside them, and the box art was always like the creepiest part of it. It was like a giant roach like leaning over some girl that was like, so it just, for whatever reason, it was like the only film that when I was growing up scared the piss out of me.
That's
And-
interesting. Like I gotta maybe check that out. I'm a huge fan of Gideon Falls, and that's kind of like the bad guy, and that's like a giant cockroach, like multiversal cockroach.
Yeah, it was just this very odd like concept and everything else, and obviously being a Corman film, it had very low budgeting and everything, but back in like the 80s or whenever it was just one of those films that made me sit there and like freaked out about roaches. And then of course you see a roach in like outside or something, and you're like oh shit, don't let it get anywhere near me after that. So
when I repoed furniture, my mom didn't allow me to come in the house after work.
there
work.
it is.
Oh,
Nice.
It was like roaches on me.
Man, she is getting roached.
Get roached.
She's just an appetizer. It says it. That is so badass.
Cat, do you watch the cat? Would you have watched this?
Yeah, but I probably freaked out not for the fact that it's a horror movie, more or less because it's a big ass bug. I don't
Would you like?
It's a
Would you like it better if it was called Big Ass Bug?
With 7 heads.
Eight-legged freaks.
Yeah, big ass bugs and ladies in swimsuits. You're like,
bet
yeah, I'm watching that.
I don't think that's swimsuits. I believe that that
Underwear.
is underpants.
Negligee.
That is lingerie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is
It's
fancy pants underpants. You can tell because it's lacy.
How
It's all
about
like
Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Oh, Garbage Day.
garbage day.
That's a garbage
That's a
man.
Christmas movie, though.
Yeah, that was on one of the streaming services.
What about Three Ninjas Kickback?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I actually
I
watched.
knew that
Wasn't
Megan
that
Mountain.
Hulk Hogan in it, Drew?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
Megan Mountain.
that was
Third one.
Escape from Thunder Mountain, right?
Yeah, it's the third or fourth
Or-
one.
no, that was
yeah, it was like Three Ninjas Part 5 or
Magic
Yeah.
Mountain or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I watched Three Ninjas, the first one again, like I want to say 2 years ago, but it was the first time in like 20 years. And it was fun. It was a good kids movie.
Wow.
You remember that the kidnappers? They're like these like surfer dudes that like kidnap
Mhm.
little guys in the van or whatever. Like that part was like kind of fun for me. I was like, oh, I forgot about these guys. Like it's such a weird like character. These like
You know what
stoner surfer dudes that kidnap kids.
I watched way too many times as a kid. It's such a bad movie, but I kept watching it for some reason. Surf Ninjas.
Oh man, I
Oh,
saw
Rob Schneider, Ernie Reyes Jr.
yeah,
God.
yeah, he's in Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Surf Ninjas.
Yeah, dude, I only saw that once. I liked it a lot, but I gotta
Was
watch
it,
that one. I'd watch it again.
Warriors of Virtue.
Never saw that.
I think
It's-
I heard of
Oh,
That-
Warriors!
Sounds like one of those Catholic films.
Kangaroos. It's a team of kung fu kangaroos.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Buys your YouTube channel. So
the coronavirus.
yeah, because
It's just a fucking shit heel.
yeah, exactly. There you go. And
It's
now
the king of the
now
old
he's
school.
Now he's just a WWE producer. So
Is he really?
Yep.
he is. He
Man,
is.
how the mighty have fallen. I mean, I'm glad Steve Carino is catching a paycheck, but to be considered a part of that product has got to be so like creatively bankrupt at this point.
We got Superior Hero reviews in the chat.
What's up,
And
dude?
Chris Barrett says Mark is actually Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yeah, I could imagine just the Salem just always eating like the food around the house. And
Like
Mark's
which version though? Salem from the Netflix
talking
show
one.
where he doesn't
that
talk.
one, did that one never
talking
talk? Yeah, it's got to be the talking.
The talking
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, TV show version.
We've got I got Mark's intro.
Creamy
loaded up
puppet
now.
Uh,
It's gonna be good.
Is it just like a mouth eating potatoes?
No, it's amazing, man. It's really about Mark. It touches his inner soul.
Is it called The Box?
It might be. You never know.
Is it the old high mark gif? Are we getting that back?
The pie?
I did not hit her. I did not hit her. I did
I
not.
did
Oh,
not.
man.
I did not.
He's never.
Oh, hi, Mark.
We should make her watch The Room. That's a terrifying movie.
Yeah, and they
It's
reused
not
like
that
the
bad.
same footage. It's pretty bad.
And look,
Yeah.
if you watch The
I know
Room, you're
you-
like, this is a
I know
really
you-
bad movie. And then you watch Suicide Squad and you're like, that room wasn't that bad.
That's what I thought about BBS. Yeah.
It's true. It's true
Wait,
about all of them.
I gotta go, but
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I want to ask Potsy a question.
Yeah.
Ask it for
Okay.
5 minutes.
Potsy, my dear, I ask you this every time I see you.
I have not watched Sleepaway Camp yet.
Why?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I've got other horror movies that I need to get through first,
So good,
Like-
Carson. Tell
like
him
the
it's good.
entire DCEU.
Carson,
Don't
tell
watch
him-
Wonder Woman.
I
Sucks.
hope he doesn't know how it ends. That would be phenomenal if someone could watch Sleepaway Camp now
And not know.
and be shocked by the way it ends.
Well, I've
I've
never
never
watched
seen it.
Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, me either.
And I
Yeah.
don't know how it ends.
Put it on the
Don't
list.
anything.
Don't
Just
look it
watch
up.
it.
Yeah, why is it not on the
If
list?
Parker Lewis can't lose. That's a good.
It's-
That was
Put it on the list.
It's not that
Parker
damn-
Lewis can't lose. Wow.
But
It made the list. Chad, write it down.
Parker Lewis
It's
Can't
good.
Lose was great if you were looking for a
What am I
Ferris
putting on the
Bueller's TV
Sleepaway
show.
Camp.
Sleepaway Camp, Chad. And I guess I have to be a part of any chat that we speak about that movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you have to like review that fucker. That's a whole like thing.
Potsy, Drew, and Cantu review Sleepaway Camp. live
I'm down.
Or
We can do
Sure,
that.
we'll record it.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, we
Absolutely.
might be able to get,
How do I watch it? Is it on one of these?
it is
services?
on
It's on
Shudder.
Shudder.
I don't
Okay,
have Shudder. I'll
who's going
buy
to
it
give
on
me their
PS4.
Shudder login?
Yeah,
So I can
it's
watch
gonna
it?
give me the Shutter login so that I
How's
can
the
watch
code?
it.
What's that?
The code.
A code. Yeah, but that code is for what? Like a free week?
No, it's for a free month almost.
3 months.
Free month.
They
But I
usually
need to
allow
like
people
give them my credit card so they can charge me when that free month's up, right?
Set an alarm. It's the future. Yeah, smartphone.
Want it.
But then I gotta like, then I gotta like.
Hey, if anybody
cancel
from
it. Remember
Shutter
to
is
cancel it?
watching, we could use a free subscription.
Yeah,
You know, why not, right?
right.
Anybody
Where are you
from
at, Shutter?
Shutter is watching. Go ahead and make a code that's cat.
Well, no one else is watching Shutter. I mean,
It's true.
Yeah, but like I said, they give away like you can literally get like a free
where's
month.
Joe Bob Briggs? Why
Yeah,
can't
Joe
he
Yeah,
do
no,
it
that
for
free month is to remind me how lazy I am that I won't cancel it. I'll end up getting charged 8 months in a row for something I'm not watching. Carson, you
Yeah,
know
I-
me. You know this is true.
I'm the same way. And then I'll have like 10 subscriptions that I
Right.
Yeah,
have. You know,
exactly.
like
And then I'm like, why is there no money in this account? And why am I subscribed to fucking Shutter? Like these are the things that we'll ask myself in 6 months.
Fantastic.
Like 10 things
I
I,
bet-
hate about you.
I
And
bet
Paul-
Catrin's actually already subscribed to Shutter.
I am.
Drew, you're gonna be like, why do I have a DC Online subscription? DC Universe. Like what the hell?
Yeah, it's like there's no content here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Universe Infinite, Drew.
Yep.
DC Infinite. Oh,
That's
I'll
right.
be able to
Yes,
sue them
announced.
for changing the name and still charging me on the same card.
Somehow they're taking away features, but it's infinite. I don't.
and not even offering me the opportunity to just switch it over to HBO Max. I mean, come on.
you get a
Well,
discount.
Kat's gotta actually. I felt bad because I told her like you get
5 minutes.
HBO Max for $4 now. She's like, so I gotta cancel HBO Max, re-sign up for that.
No. We had this whole conversation, and you're like, Kat, go ahead and cancel your DC subscription because it's all going over to HBO Max anyway. So he's like, I was like, you know what? Fine, I did it. I canceled my DC subscription because I already had HBO Max because he's like, everything's going over there anyway. And then he's like, you know what, hun? Everything's going over to DC, and then you can just tack on HBO Max for like $4 more a month. So you should probably.
I
Just
was
do
told
that.
I'm not allowed to throw any shade, but we all heard in the pre-show.
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for the pre-show, so I know it wasn't me.
That was just the
No,
three
it
of
was,
us.
it's always me, so don't worry about it. I can't get people's names right or stories right, so don't worry about it. I'm fucked.
That was my excuse when I was asked. I was like, "Are you? Whose fault is it that you believe me?"
I just kept putting in SpongeBob memes. Use my legs.
My legs.
Carson, did you know that Jason got the PS4 too?
Yeah, dude. PS5 pre-order bros.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like the Wednesday show or something here.
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited.
I did too. What over here?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a Series X, guys.
Boom, there we are.
Yeah.
Enjoy your inferior controllers and
No way.
Oh,
Your PlayStation
Drew,
is
don't you worry. I will have an Xbox
PlayStation is
Series
world renowned for the best
X.
controller in the world. And I don't
except
understand.
only by
100%
small-handed idiots.
What's that?
Idiots with tiny hands. You get tiny little Robin hands.
It's a pretty comfy controller.
Yeah, it is the best controller, hands down, worldwide, top rated. I don't know what the hell
Greatest
you're talking
controller
about.
of all time is the Xbox controller. You have the off
I thought you
axis.
were gonna say, the Xbox original or Dreamcast controller. It's like what?
Oh, the
Still
Duke.
better than the PS.
Duke?
Oh, I was just demonstrating that I could palm a comic book and I don't have tiny baby hands like Drew just said.
So does that mean Carson actually prefers the Duke controller, that big ass like?
That is
Too much.
Carson's holding up an ash can there. If if the PS controller fits your hands perfectly,
I could barely do it. I could barely do it.
Don't you dare put a crease in that wonderful book. It's going to go up in value soon.
R2. This isn't even a modern bag, standard size.
Yeah,
DS,
yes.
like,
64 controller. Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's
that was a good one.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
You got
I'm going
64
to bed.
controller is a piece of crap
Wait,
garbage.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna
Everybody
put-
got used to that controller, but it is the dumbest fucking thing.
That
in the history of the
GameCube
world.
controller is really nice too, man. The GameCube.
Thank you, Kat.
Ugh, controller's
for
awful.
talking earlier.
Oh, it's all good, hon. You know I got you.
Yeah, what are we doing this drawing?
You know what's a fun controller?
Tomorrow, apparently.
Tomorrow.
The controllers they have for the Nintendo Switch.
The Joy-Cons?
Oh, the Pro controller?
No. Not. Yeah, like the Pro controller, not
The Pro
uh,
controller is actually
The
solid.
Pro controller, which is basically a copycat of the
The
Xbox
Xbox
controller.
controller, yes.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
great
just-
because it's a copycat of the
It's a
greatest
fun
controller ever made.
They also have like the Pokeball for Pokemon. That's a fun controller.
You know what was a dumb controller? The Wii.
You
Yeah,
know what was a really dumb controller? The Tony Hawk Ride peripheral.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know, there was a joke that was made way back in the day, Drew.
Yeah, it was
from-
called the Tony Hawk Ride peripheral.
It's crazy.
There was a joke from a Game Informer issue where
Hold
every
What's in there? Mark's in the box. Of course he
How
is.
long did that take to render?
Half an hour.
he's been doing it the entire time that he said Mark has an intro.
It's true. All right, Potsy, what was the joke?
I was just saying that the joke was that in Game Informer they actually did this thing where it said the top scorers using that Tony Hawk score that peripheral was from Tony Hawk himself. So he was like the only person that ever used it. No one else ever did.
Great remaster, by
The
the
sequel to that game, they made the Ride
Shred?
2. Whatever
Shred, yeah.
Ride 2 was, Shred or whatever. And it sold like 300 copies worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't
It
even
was
think it sold 300 copies.
It was very, very small numbers. It was not good.
Good night.
Good night, kid.
But that Tony Hawk remake that just came out, fantastic.
It's awesome.
I
I
gotta
love that.
work in a few hours, so we're going to bed.
I love the fact that Tony Hawk actually said
Night, guys.
we still shred.
fucking.
Now, is there a way to do her intro and exit where all of a sudden it blows up the box and shows Mark BKR at the end?
I haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm just throwing.
Don't stop throwing hurdles at the man.
Well, I thought it was awesome. I
He's on his warm-up lap, and you're throwing hurdles at him already. Like just let him work it out. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right.
I'm just throwing a little shade because Chad calls me up and randomly in the middle of the week and goes, "Hey man, you know what your show needs? Better graphics."
Overlays.
And I know he's right.
In the middle of the week, and I just send him to voicemail.
Carson
I
does
know
too.
he's right, but you know, I'm sitting there like I don't have time to do that shit. Like, come on.
Hey, what are you talking about? I saw an overlay on Monday Night Show.
Yeah, and actually this week I'm going to be introducing a ton more. I'm actually pretty impressed with them too. I stole those little emojis that like the Apple phones actually let you do, and I dumped a bunch of those into it. So it's
Eggplants for Tino.
Yep. Tino's got one where I actually posted it. You probably saw it already, right, Drew?
Oh
Where
no, I didn't.
No,
No,
not on the wrestling page.
I didn't.
But,
I did not. I haven't been on the Facebook like all week.
Well, Tino always does a segment called "Where the fuck did Joe come from?"
Yes.
And so there's actually a little segment where he's got a little emoji that's like, and it says, "Where the fuck did Joe come from?" next to it. So
There we go.
So I'm pretty happy with the little overlays that I created for it, and it was because Chad actually told me that I needed to do better. So I'm putting work into
Gee,
it.
somebody listens.
Chad called me today. I was in a work meeting, right? And I've been texting this young lady back and forth. So like I was like
That doesn't sound
looking at my phone. I was looking at my phone, checking my phone to make sure it wasn't some girl texting me. And Chad called, and I looked down at my phone real quick, and like my ringer went off, and I shut it off real quick. My boss looks at me. He's like, "Is that important?" I said, "Absolutely not, sir."
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, it was a good joke.
Yeah. I'm sad. I'm lonely and pathetic.
That's not true.
You need more
Chad.
Stam CBD oil, good sir.
You feel much
I
better.
opened it the dog.
take another hit off that, Chad.
His family comes downstairs. He's so high, he's licking his own balls on the couch.
Hey man, you ever see Pet Cemetery?
I don't know whatever it was, but you got second place. I got first.
Wow.
I found this video the other day. I'm gonna put it up here. It's rendering. It's
We found it the other
rendering.
day, but it's still rendering.
I'm gonna put it up. It's rendering.
it's downloading.
20%.
So it is at 20%.
Wow. So you got to vamp for a while. You got to
Fucking
vamp
like
for 10 minutes.
C2E2 JB.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to JB.
Oh my
90%.
god. Yeah, it was like
That
4 in the morning. He's just like a zombie. He's plugged in. He has the Apple charger plugged into his belly button. He's like 40%. And like,
It's like, what are you,
10
a
minutes, he's
fucking
like
robot?
60%.
Dude, I came downstairs in the middle of the morning just to get some water because I was like, it was like that morning after drinking. I need water. I need water. Dude, all the lights are off. And also I walk in the room and JB's just 90%. Like, what the fuck? Who are you giving an update to first? 90% till what? Like, what
Dude,
happened?
That was in the early stage of Discovery Bay. He had like a map.
Dude, he had charts.
Yeah, he had charts. He did.
Man.
The amount of work that guy puts into that show he does, man, that's a lot of work. So
And he also
power to him.
he's teaching his kids during the day too.
That too.
The guy's he's busting his ass.
He's fielding phone calls all day.
Yeah,
That
Crazy.
guy.
that dude.
I
I'm
love
looking at,
me some JB, man. Good dude.
I'm looking at Heavy Metal magazine number 300 that just came out. It's the first time I ever bought off the newsstand, you know, and it's $9.99. Apparently, on the next issue, they're going to raise the price to $13.99, and a
What?
1 year subscription. 1 year subscription will cost you $144.99.
Or
Wow.
Dude, that's insane. Like, why? Why are they doing this to themselves? They're
Because
like,
titties.
I guess, like, because cartoon titties, but like, I mean, that's
Yeah,
not
man.
why you
Cartoon
buy it.
titties are worth way more than free titties,
No,
which you can
the
see a whole
reason-
bunch of online, absolutely free.
It sucks that like how heavy metal started was like the reason you bought it was because like the European art, not like titties, but like that was in there every now and then. But it was like this
Like the
insane.
Milo Manera art, yeah.
It was insane art. You went there to see like some insane quality stuff from like people you don't really know, and then now it's just like titties. I mean, and this looks awesome. Like really, what I'm flipping through and seeing, it looks great. But for like that much, like an issue, dude, there's no way. Yo, the return of Tarna though, that's cool.
Yeah, is that Stephanie Phillips writing Tarna?
I don't know. I didn't see
There
it.
you go. Hey, classic right there.
Right? She's back.
Nice.
I think the Return of Tarna was supposed to be written by Stephanie Phillips, if I'm correct.
Well, we will see.
Yeah,
Kevin's doing
Have,
something.
like seriously well-known artists on it, I believe.
Yeah, art.
Like
This
Todd-
one is by
Todd Rivik or whatever.
the art in this one is by Chris Sotomayor.
Sodomizer.
No,
Wow.
I like how their voices didn't have sound, but their clapping did.
That went scary.
Right, man.
it's a horror movie that is junior high horrors. So.
I just got this.
What program you using there, Chad?
I don't even know what it's called. Something
Videos.
Videos.
Oh,
Vidi.
okay.
O's.
Like Bootios, but videos.
I was thinking Bootios. Yeah.
Videos. Boom has a New Day book coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw
That'd be
that.
awesome. Maybe it'll finally be a good wrestling comic.
That'd be
Have you
cool.
ever actually read any of those like WWE or WCW comics ever?
They're
Like,
awful.
there is not a good one in the bunch. Like there's worth reading because
was,
it's so
um,
bad.
What was that indie title that was based on
Oh, I
Over the
can't
Rope.
remember. It was an
Over the
image
Top Rope.
title.
Over the Ropes or something?
Over the Top Rope.
Yeah, I heard good things about that.
Yeah, but it was that wrestling was just it was about the
The setting.
promoter. Yeah,
Right.
it was a good. It's a good read. I would read better as a trade. You know.
AEW is going to come out with a comic that's good eventually.
Like the wrestling, Drew.
Yeah, the wrestling is good. It's the best wrestling show on television.
I
By
don't know.
far.
The best wrestling show is probably NXT, but the
Sure, show me a character on NXT that anybody can root for an extended period of time.
Rhea Ripley.
Okay, what is going to happen to Rhea Ripley when they bring her up to SmackDown?
She's going to win the title.
Or the
She's
same thing
gonna
that's
win.
happened to every NXT superstar that has transcended NXT and gone to the main roster.
First, I thought Drew
She'll
So
be
they
a
turn
jobber.
into a
What happens
Karen
to
and
a
win
dude
the
jobber.
title.
struck by lightning?
A
The same
jobber.
thing that happens to
A
everything
fucking
else.
jobber. A jobber like Sammy. A jobber like Joe. A jobber like fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. A jobber like Asuka. They become jobbers. That's what happens. If you root for these characters, they become the top of the mountain and the top of the hill in NXT. You're like, oh, they're finally going to get a chance to hit a bigger audience, and now they're a jobber. That's what happens to fucking all of them. And the fact that any independent star with any sort of credibility whatsoever that signs with NXT does it for a paycheck and are automatically, in my eyes, completely
jobber?
creatively bankrupt. No, you're creatively bankrupt. You're admitting that you're doing this for money and not for art. And that's fine. It's fine. But these are the same people who then when they become these jobbers, say, nobody's using me properly. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? Are you a 7 foot tall former football player?
Yeah,
no.
not everyone can
Then
be
you're
the
a
big dog.
jobber.
The big dog.
God, the big dog. What a fucking piece of shit.
The big dog.
Fucking piece of
apparently
heel right.
he's having issues with Heyman backstage.
Yeah, apparently he's having issues not being able to do steroids. And when he's allowed to do steroids, he shows up and he's good. And when they catch him doing steroids, they send him home. And then he's like, yeah, I'm sick. I got to be fucking gone for a while. What a fucking piece of shit. Like the best chance they have to elevate a new star is some dude who sends his dong to underage people. Like
Chris Evans or whatever.
Yeah.
Captain America.
He sent his dong to everybody. That's America's dong.
Hey, but he also sat there and
And
said,
first
"Now
of
that
all,
I got your
how can I miss
attention-
that? Not that I'm like looking
Now
for
that I got
Chris
your
Evans'
attention,
dong, but
go
like
vote."
how did I miss that? I'm the only person in America that didn't see Captain America's
Yeah,
dick.
me too. I found out when I was like, what?
It's like, oh, Captain America's dick was on the internet. And I'm like, well, I missed it.
Yeah,
Like,
people
you
are
can
talking about
find
that.
it. Like, I'm not searching for it.
People are
So,
talking
like,
about that
is
instead of the DC universe.
October, like the season of the dongs.
What's that?
October?
Yeah, I think
October?
Didn't Batman's dong come out in October?
No,
Sure
it came
did.
out. It came out the same day Junior High Horrors #1 came out. Believe it or
Whoa.
Wow.
Man,
not.
How'd
Yeah,
that?
it was
that
#1.
sucks to be for recognition in the marketplace.
Yeah, yeah. But you know,
You
at
should,
least
you
when-
should have
at-
put somebody's dick in your book. And then,
You need an
At
homage
least-
cover with just
at
a
least when
Batman
they
dick.
an homage cover. At least when they sit there and they go, "Hey, so when did your book come out?" I can go the same day Batman's dong did.
Amazing.
You know, and then if they look that up, they'll figure out when my book came out. But
Did it come out?
no, I got whipped out.
Batman's book
Unprovoked.
did, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's assault, brother.
Has anybody watched this the episode of The Boys?
Not
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
Oh yes.
Carson, what did you think, man?
That's
This
pretty
week?
solid.
I was kind of disappointed that he didn't take Terror with him.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it yet.
You spoiled Batman for everybody,
Yeah, but that book came out on Wednesday.
and so did fucking
No, it came out today.
No, it was out last night, Drew.
At what time?
I don't know. I watched it at like 10 o'clock.
Oh, well, I was waiting because I was told they came out on Fridays.
That's what I thought too, but apparently
And,
not.
and I didn't watch it because Chad's like, hey, we're doing a
Oh, yeah,
show.
the boys.
And I said, well, I guess I'll show up for that.
It came out today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Watched
I
last
don't know.
week
The
and this week.
episode that Black Noir was like watching him from afar.
Yeah,
That was out last night. I watched it last night.
I watched it last night too.
How many episodes is there going to be? I've yet to watch the new season because I'm kind of waiting until it's all done. But
Well, let's go ahead and spoil the first 4 episodes. for
no,
you.
no, I was wondering how many are they doing first? Like,
I think 10 per
10?
season.
I think it's 10.
I want to time it right where I can like binge it and then like watch, like wait for the last episode to come out. You know what I mean?
They're setting up a couple like shitty ass parts of the comic that I disagree with. Like the Black Noir gimmick, I think they're gonna do that. And it's because Black Noir in the book is Homelander too.
Yeah, you guys know about The Boys, like Volume 1. If you don't know about it, you can read it now and then come and talk to us about it on Monday.
Nice.
We're going to be talking about it on Monday
Yeah.
on the Modern Men's.
What was the other
Cross promotion. Lamplighter?
yeah, Lamplighter. He came back as a zombie they mentioned him finally, so
They did mention him.
yeah, so they mentioned him twice, and then that the Deep barely was in the comic, and he's a prominent character.
Yeah, because he's funny.
Is that
Yeah, he's
same guy?
That's the
Yeah.
only thing funnier than a dolphin dying is a giant fucking whale.
No, last time I saw a guy was Rules of Attraction.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I died during it. Jason, you'll love that scene, man.
What is it? What was it? What was her name?
I can't remember,
like-
but
Rachel
Oh.
or something? And he's like,
I don't-
what the fuck
you
is
can't-
Rachel?
don't talk more about the scene. Let it be a surprise for
Oh,
Jason.
man.
Are you talking when the dolphin died?
No, not the dolphin. Season
Or
2.
oh, okay, yeah. The dolphin one was funny as fuck. It
Yeah,
was
that was
Oh
funny.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Season
this is. I think the season 2 one's even funnier because it's the same. It's almost the same concept, except for
it's a fucking
everything is
whale.
so much bigger.
That's
It's like the
awesome.
stakes are so much higher. Everything moves so much faster. Everything's so much bigger. It's great.
Did you guys watch the After the Boys thing with Aisha
No, I
Tyler?
I haven't watched it
I've
yet.
not.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it is because
Aisha's
like
pretty awesome.
listening to her sit there and just drop like the C bombs, the F bombs, everything else is funny by itself. But she actually goes into talking about the dolphin and everything, and they explain, like Eric Kripke, the creator of the show, sits there and explains how he had to get past like the sensors and everything else by figuring out that that's actually how dolphins really act. Like all they want to do is fuck everything. And because of that, now they were like, okay, now we can just put that in there. But it kept getting denied by like the censors of the show until they finally just said, you know what, fine, just go ahead and do it. And it ended up being that scene that everybody remembers now.
What's
That
the-
show has standards and practices.
Oh yes, not
That-
quite like WCW back in the day, but
Oh,
But wait, does
Quality
wasn't there an episode of either The Simpsons or Family Guy where
Yeah, Simpsons already did it.
the Homer got raped by the dolphin, or
That was
it-
King of the Hill.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. The King of the Hill got raped.
Yeah.
I was thinking South Park the movie.
Oh.
I was thinking
Bobby,
South
no.
Yeah, damn it, Bobby.
damn it, Baba.
I was,
better be a naked cheerleader under the bed.
I was thinking South Park the movie because they submitted that and like the whatever people that are in charge of censorship like denied it. Then they like made it worse the second time around and they didn't even watch it. They disapproved it. They're like, oh really? I want pass? Okay, cool. Like
Apparently that happens all the time. Like Dennis
Yeah.
Leary used to always talk about how he would do that with like that show The Job, and then he also did it with Rescue Me, where like every time the censors actually told him he can't do something, like hey, you added the word shit into this show like 7 times, and he was like, all right, well we'll go back and we'll fix it, and they'd add like 7 more
14.
times that they would put it in there, so it'd be like 14, and they would be like, all right, it's fine, and they'd be like, what the really? Like, how the fuck
Yeah.
did that happen?
Jeselnik has a joke about that as well. He talks about he's got this joke that says he took an aptitude test in school and tells you what you're going to do with your career, and said he should either be an astrophysicist or run a laundry service or stop cheating off the Asian kid, right? And when he went to tell that joke on Fallon, they were like, well, it can't be run a laundry service and it can't be a nail salon. He's like, how about build a railroad? And they're like, that's fine. He's like, what?
Jeez.
wow. Wow.
He got fired from Comedy Central for doing a joke about shark attacks.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't do it. And he's like, okay, I won't. And then he brought out fucking dancing
They
shark.
did it anyway. Yeah.
They're like, you're fired. He's like, fuck it, I don't care.
My favorite thing I think he ever did is like his new show that they did. It's like mostly online. It's like an interview show.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And he was like, this isn't anything like your old show. And he's like, what, that show that got canceled? Yeah, I was just gonna do the same exact show for the same exact network that got canceled already. No, that dude cracks me up. I could watch him all day. Him and Patrice O'Neill.
There's a girl. I think it's Nikki Glazer.
Yeah, women aren't funny.
And that's why our demographic has
I love looking at Carson over here. Carson's almost like completely blacked out his screen, so you can't see his reactions to anything at this point.
No, all I can see is just a reaction to that.
He's
I
like,
pretty much said that for Carson's reaction to it.
That's why I'm here.
sometimes when people are on shows, like we purposely like go in the chat and say shit to see if we can get the other person to pop.
It's true.
Yeah, they do it to me all the time.
so you're like the Undertaker here, where you're supposed to remain in character, but yet for
Pretty
whatever
much.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody else is just Al Snow goofing off on the fucking paper.
Yeah, it's just stone cold.
What does
yelling
everybody
right in
like?
the face.
Head.
What was that saying? It was like Vince was like leading the troops against the WCW and ECW alliance, and Austin's just sitting in the back repeating everything Vince is saying, and he's like finally doing it in Undertaker's face, trying to pop him, and then Credit to Undertaker. He stayed in kayfabe the whole time.
Well, until he finally just said, "Stop doing that."
Yeah, Alliance. Yeah, what? Yeah, we'll get him. Yeah, and it's like, stop that.
I'm pretty sure that Alliance Stone Cold is my favorite Stone Cold.
It's pretty funny.
It's fucking
Elias
great.
Stone Cold is, nowadays it's even funnier than it was back then because people were sitting there going, "Why can't we have Austin the way that he was?" And it's like, you look at him now and you go, man, that was really funny shit.
It was great. I love that he would always incorporate Raven into the backstage segments because they're boys. And like everybody's like, why the fuck does Raven get some shine here? Then he'd go out and get the shit kicked out of him, and then Austin just like shit on him for getting the shit kicked out of him.
That was like Taz.
That was great.
Too. Taz came out in his own shirt instead of a Stone Cold shirt that one time.
Sweet Jesus. Did you guys watch AEW this week? Because Lance Archer standing next to Jake the Snake, standing next to Taz, makes you realize
Taz was like
how
4'9".
small Taz is. He looks like a child. Oh my God.
Did you see where Rusev said he won't wrestle Pac?
That's
Yes. Miro said he will not wrestle Pac. He's like, he's already dislocated my elbow once. Fuck him.
that's kayfabe.
Oh, it's definitely going to set up an angle at some point, but
Yeah,
But,
as soon
you
as
know-
Pac can get back to the US.
yeah, because Pac is stuck in
That
Europe
guy
right
is
now.
one
Anyway,
hell of a
so-
worker. That guy's phenomenal.
Yep.
His match with Orange Cassidy was awesome.
Yeah,
His match
absolutely.
that ended up on the pre-show of WrestleMania that didn't even make the fucking Blu-ray with Austin Aries was the match of that night.
It was. I'll agree with Drew on that.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, Austin Aries was already a top line worker, and you put him with Pac, and it's like you're guaranteed gold, and yet Vince is like, those guys don't draw. What? Really?
Don't draw because you can't build. That's what happens.
Because
It's not about guys
you put
who
them on a
can't
network
draw.
show that nobody even knows is still on
No,
the air.
because
is
they
what
take
happens.
guys who can draw and they put them in shit programs and make them job out to these established guys that aren't any fucking good. That's what happens. That's why NXT sucks, because none of those guys are going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Oh, Keith Lee. Whatever, man. Whatever. Keith Lee. I cannot wait for Keith Lee to job to The Miz. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait for it. The fact that anybody jobs to The Miz is just proof that they don't know what they're doing anymore. They have no idea.
Wait, I watched, I think it was Raw. Was it this week or last week? And Braun Strowman just randomly appeared in for that fight
Raw
club.
Underground, yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, they really need
Yeah.
to stop talking about Raw Underground.
Yeah,
Speaking of, Sasha made an appearance in the Mandalorian trailer.
Did you guys hear that Pedro Pascal quit?
or got fired. Yeah,
I heard he quit.
Then
What happened?
Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, walked off the set.
Because he
What
hates the helmet.
yeah,
Man,
he
must suck
demanded
get
they
paid,
allow
fucker.
him. He demanded they allow a Mandalorian who's not supposed to ever take his helmet off to have scenes without his helmet.
Sounds like some Ray Fisher garbage to me.
They used to do like on Doom Patrol or like Brendan Fraser and whatever the other guy's name is. Like they're just always voice acting. They're never actually
Matt
there.
Bomer.
Yeah,
totally.
Matt Bomer. They're never on the set. They're just
Yeah, why
voice
don't they just?
acting.
They could just do that. Like, why don't they just do that?
Yeah.
Like, if he
They
doesn't wanna
did
be
it
in
for
the
half
suit.
of the first season.
So
No,
after
I mean, the whole
talking,
entire season, they had him do voiceover. I mean, he acted in it, but I mean, most of it they had him just do voiceover. That's how they did the lines.
So
So it's like-
Carson, interestingly
doesn't matter.
It's
enough,
all got to
every
be
time,
ADR anyway.
every time you see Matt Bomer's character without the wrappings on, so even if it's with like that purple like jelly or whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever he's made out of,
Yeah,
like that is actually Matt Bomer in that. But
yeah, right.
but anytime he's wearing the wrappings, you're right. It is
yeah,
a
it's
character
another
actor.
actor. Yeah.
Yeah, and Brendan Fraser, same thing. Like
Mhm.
and I actually I heard that from Richard Case, the guy that actually was the artist on Doom Patrol, who went to set and actually
right.
saw those guys. The it's
Oh, my
it's-
foot hurts.
your foot hurts.
More CBD oil.
Dropping names.
Oh, sorry. I mean, wouldn't you rather know that someone actually like credible gave the information rather than just me make shit up?
He's just mad because every time he drops a name, he mispronounces it.
That is true.
He fumbles a name, right? Is that it?
That's true. You can't drop it if you fumble it.
Pedro Pascal quit The Mandalorian.
I can't believe that sucks, dude.
I don't know if it actually The Mandalorian.
So far, there's been no proof that it's true, except
Okay.
for the fact that
There's just rumors.
that John Favreau has come out and said that starting in like halfway point of the season, they start looking at other characters and following their stories, which when it's called The Mandalorian doesn't make much fucking sense.
No,
I think that if we expand the universe via the Mandalorian, that can only be a good thing.
What
But-
if Baby Yoda's
well-
the Mandalorian all along?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
He's the Yeti all along, bro.
I want to see like a little baby Yoda like armor, Mandalorian armor. I just
down.
watched the making of today, and that was really incredible. The cutting edge technology they used, and all the directors got comfortable with that stuff. So this season, I think they're gonna go off, man. That's gonna be great. I'm really stoked for season 2.
I love the fact that Werner Herzog, the actor, sitting there like he wanted more scenes with the actual puppet rather than CG, because he actually wanted to be able to see what he was talking to.
Well, yeah, he encouraged them to use the
Yeah.
puppet. He likes
Warner
the
Herzog
real
doesn't
physical
get
thing, man.
New world technologies. Color me surprised.
No, he likes the new technology. Just he appreciates the live action stuff, and he called them cowards for not using the puppets in the first place. And then he convinced them to do it, and it was a big hit. Everyone loves a puppet.
Sleepy Reader says, "Wow, lots of deleted messages. I timed on Chris Barrett because he said I'd job to the Miz, so he better learn his lesson." Oh, sure.
Wow.
So Pedro Pascal on his Twitter. Let's see what he's talking about. The Mandalorian.
Oh man, tell us. What was?
He's probably more talking about Gina Carano.
No, he's talking about that it's an Emmy winner.
Yeah, it was up for 15 of them. So
1-5.
So is this
Wow.
fake news? Is this hype they're just trying to get going, or is it someone trying to get some clicks on their website, or what?
Let's hope. Let's hope it's just hype. Because I like Pedro. I think that he was fantastic in Game of Thrones, and I really enjoy
Narcos.
his voice as the Mandalorian. To say that
Narcos,
he's
he was
irreplaceable, I don't agree with that. But I do enjoy him. I think that all you do is you get what's his name from Walking Dead, who did the Red Skull voice. You get him to do this Pedro Pascal voice, and you hire him to be the Mandalorian.
Well, you're absolutely right, Drew. I mean, considering they actually talked about the fact that like 3 people actually were the Mandalorian during the first season, two stunt guys and Pedro. I mean, it's one of those things where like, was Pedro even on set for most of it, or did he just voice act most of it?
Right.
Yeah, you had the karate fighting stunt guy, and then you had the weapons point guy. That'd be awesome to do that one. He did all the action scenes with the guns. Like that'd be like the dream come true role, man. You don't actually have to act. You just do like the fun blowing up scenes. That'd be so sick.
I
Except
don't.
they,
I wanted
except
to
they
get his
pay you by
head turn
line.
cues. What do you really need?
I don't know if he did or not. There's comments here.
What about him quitting? Yeah, it's a rumor at this point. I don't think there's been any sort of confirmation.
No, it's just to build up buys on Disney Plus to see whether or not he did or not.
Right? It's not like they made enough fucking money with Mulan.
Oh, they did. They had made a lot.
No,
of
they made
money
a
on Mulan.
bunch of money with Mulan.
Yeah.
They basically broke the theater system.
Yeah, they did. They made
Well, and now
200
Black Widow's going to be done the same way.
And now
261
people
million.
who went and saw Tenet are like, why am I the only one that's talking about this? Nobody else saw it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was in
How
the
did I
theater by
catch
myself.
COVID going to see that movie?
I went and saw New Mutants, and I'll tell you right now, it was good.
I might actually get bored enough to go see that next week.
You don't have to be that bored to go. I'm telling you, it's a fantastic film.
Yeah. Was it like
Now, is it really just a magic film?
So
No, not at all. All the characters get really get a chance to shine as far as like the way that they're explored. I think that it's basically just the kids and Celia Reyes. Like there are a few other characters in like flashbacks, that are there to basically set up the character's trauma. But each character gets a chance to really get explored in a way that's interesting. And I think Ilyana Rasputin being the most convoluted character origin probably in the history of comics. So many different angles go into building her up as a character. I think the way that they ignore a lot of that and kind of give her a streamlined origin story really works. And you know, a lot of people are like, Ileana's a bitch in that movie. Yeah, she is a bitch. Like that's kind of how Maverick has always been.
And a racist.
Yeah, I've seen her bang, and I want to see her bang.
How old is she?
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. But when she comes back from limbo to fight the demon bear at the end, like I brought a tear to my eye. It's so beautiful, and it's not.
Did it remind you of Bill Sienkiewicz's artwork? Is that what it did?
Something. Well, the demon bear definitely kind of smacks of Sienkiewicz the entire way through. But I mean, I don't want to spoil it. Let me just tell you that the entire way through, she has this little puppet that she's had since childhood. That is a little purple dragon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's just fucking phenomenal.
Drew's gonna actually start crying here. You can see it.
No.
You sure?
I mean, I'm just thinking about going and seeing it again.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'll play some video games. Hit the hay.
All right, so
All
we
right.
hit one of them gimmicks, and we have
Well, you
gimmicks
didn't like
lined up.
yours.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming.
All right, they're all gone. Here we go.
Baby got back.